And we welcome you to today's NL Central matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here is your starting lineup for the home team. The Pittsburgh Pirates at first base, batting first, Spencer Horwitz. At designated hitter, batting second, Andrew McCutchen. At right field, batting third, Ryan Reynolds. At second base, batting fourth, Nick Gonzalez. At center field, batting fifth, O'Neill Cruz. At third base, batting sixth, Brian Hayes. At left field, batting seventh, Tommy Pham. At catcher, batting eighth, Henry Davis. At shortstop, batting ninth, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And pitching today for the Pittsburgh Pirates, it's the right-hander, Paul Skeens. Your starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, and on that note, we welcome you to today's battle between the Cards and the Pirates. The Pirates, the hottest team in baseball, not named the Marlins, as crazy as that is to believe, coming off a sweep against the Mets. Looked very dominant yesterday against the Cardinals in that 7-0 win. They've been playing some very good baseball as of late, and they look to take this one against St. Louis here today with Skeens, their ace, the favorite for the Cy Young in the National League, on the bump. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. My name is cgiulianihpu. If you have never been to a JG Live stream before, how it works like this, for everyone in the chat with any questions you might have, I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation gets your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order they see and vote that poll. Who then wins the scheme, the Cardinals or the Pirates. And if you are a member, you can show your support for either one of these teams using the emojis in the chat. And happy Bali Bonilla Day to all those who celebrate this glorious occasion. And I should also note, every donation made during this game counts toward you make the call. We're not doing overtime tonight because I'm going to the D-backs game right after this is done. But every donation counts toward you make the call. You got 3 days to vote on this one. Cardinals, Cubs, Yankees, Mets, Pirates, Mariners. Which game are we doing for the 4th of July? Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Let's see what we got here. Marlins are underdogs tonight against the Twins. Should be a good game. Should be a good game. Partial vert reach. I did see that. They'll still be deciding on that. It's not gonna be good for Denny. I will say it's not gonna be good for him. I can promise you that. Brady, the first man since '58 to hit an into the park home run and a grand slam and 2 separate bats in the same game. Phenomenal. Yeah, he was great today, or yesterday, I should say. He was great. Yesterday. How's it going, Allie? Appreciate you tuning in. How's it going, Shubal? Appreciate you being here. How's it going, Jackson, Adrian, Kevin? Number one on the Dave of Anime Professions. What day are we talking about? Because there wasn't really a specific date with that one, Kev. So what day are we talking about with that one, Kevin? Because I don't know the date they were talking about. I don't know the date for that. Because that was more of a career retrospective versus a specific game, specific date. So what day are we talking about with that one, Kevin? Weekend Subway Series Stop Logic versus Movable Force. Someone's got to win. Let's go Meteor, although if either one of these teams has to win, hope it's the Bucks. Let's see. Thoughts on the Jalen Ramsey trade? And thoughts on the Bucks letting go of Lillard? Yeah, that trade did not work out for them. So, the Ramsey trade, I think the Dolphins won the trade. I think Fitzpatrick's the best player of the bunch. I don't think Ramsey's got much left in the tank. I think the Dolphins won that trade. I think they made out very well in that one. Letting go of Lillard, did not see that coming. Obviously, he's not been the same player since getting to Milwaukee. He definitely looks on the older side of things. I'm not sure how much he has left necessarily, but he is, that trade did not work out. The day of the preseason game was showed. So Bengals Saints, August 24, 2002. I'm going to go Hot in Here by Nelly. Or it's Dilemma. It's either Hot in Here or Dilemma. How's it go, Michael? Frankly with you, go Bucks. So they're probably screwed. They got Skeens on the bump. They got Skeens pitching today, and they got the second longest winning streak in baseball right now. What's that? That just, I'm testing something out. I'm just testing something out with this. Just the clock resets every time. Just testing something out with that. Figure might as well experiment with a little bit just to spice things up a little bit, but I'm not sure. It was Dilemma? Oh, man. I knew it was an Ellie song. Had a 1-2 shot. Skeens pitching means their run support. We'll see. Skeens, obviously, the best pitcher in the National League. You just somehow started. I was shocked by that. Favorite albums of the indie folk genre. I'm not really like a huge indie folk guy. Wait, listen, just to see. Just see how it looks. Just to see. Skeens has been magnificent as of late. His last 14 games, he's got a 1.85 ERA. 90 strikeouts in his last 87 innings. Oh no, I don't think the trade like helps the Steelers a ton. I don't think the Steelers it helps out a ton. Donovan, first pitch on the outside corner in the first strike. Starting line for the Cardinals: Donovan, Wynn, Burleson, Contreras, Gorman, Fermin, Newbar, Pajes, and Scott. With Palante on the bump. 0-1 the count. Donovan, struggling as of late. He's 0 for 7 over his last 2 games. Was 0 for 2 yesterday. That pitch outside 1-1. Donovan's given 2 picks with Darren Waller. Didn't play last year. I am very confused. Yeah, Waller, he wasn't even that good to, like, when he was retiring, and he retired a bit ago. He wasn't even good before he retired. I don't know what that is, but, I don't know what that is with Waller. But I guess he ain't tight end now that Johnny Smith, but that is a bizarre move. 2-1. Yeah, I'm not sure, NKC. I'm not sure. Fouled off 2-2. I'm not sure. Donovan now hitting below 300. Started the season off hitting very well, but again, slumping a bit as of late. Picked up Melvin's option. Yeah, they should not have. He's just 2 for his last 21 over his last 6 games. He's got a 2-2 count here, and he's going to pop that one foul, and that is going to go out of play. How's it going, Ben? Keep off a 2-night presenting standoff. My dramas showcase. It's my last one with the school. Let's get the grades to stay for 2 more years. Nice. See, we're helping out with the drama department. Hopefully that went well. Yeah, Pirates just smoked the Mets before this. Yep, they've been playing well. Pirates have won 4 straight. Yeah, Skeens and Wheeler. Unfortunately, Wheeler probably gets a 3rd runner-up, which would be crazy. Yes. 2-2. Donovan fouls that one off again. So long at bat here for Donovan. Skeens' last time he pitched was not the best outing. 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks. Was not the best. He did pitch earlier this year against the Cardinals. Lost both those games. One time he allowed 3 hits in 6 innings, but walked 4 the other time. 6 innings, 5 runs allowed. See which version of Skeens we get here today is Donovan swings and misses. Padres Phil Stegerson. Thank God I did not put that as you make the call option. Thank God I did not put that with the Padres Phils as you make the call option, because that would have been bad. Donovan goes down on strikes. All of a sudden, went up to bat with 1 out. Does Minka make the Dolphins even better? Yes, he's better than Jalen. Yeah, March 25th shocked me how great piece of media. Oh yeah. That fan gets a lifetime ban. Oh, it's not a fence. I hate that fan too. The fact that he celebrated 4 times his win into left field, backing up, and that is going to go off the wall. It should be a double for Win on the first pitch. He gets sent standing to second. I'm not sure about a lifetime ban, but I think he's going to get moved. He should get his seat moved. At the very least, he should not be able to sit front row. He's clearly a season ticket holder, because he's done this 4 times in the last 4 years. Now, I was there yesterday. I was there. The call was correct. I will say the call was 100% correct. The ball would not have been caught by Tawa out and left, as everyone shot foul by Burleson. But that was not leaving the yard. I'm not sure what angles we saw on the broadcast, or we saw on the broadcast. Come on, too. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? I'll get you in the call for it. Mets can't lose, and we get drought relief. All right. Oh, I already know which game you want. You want Subway Series. 7-10 again today? Yep. How many strikeouts for Skeens? I'm going to go 9. Grounder to third. Weak grounder picks up throws to first. Runner advances to third. That's 2 out. I'm going 9 for Skeens tonight. Put you on the Mets. Appreciate you, man. Get a donation made during the game counts as double. We're not doing OT tonight. Just keep that in mind. But the thing with the D-backs fan, so yesterday there was a fly ball in the 8th inning, and it went, a fan reached over and caught the ball. A fan reached over and caught it. Contreras up to bat. Yeah, like we hear from the blue-haired warrior tonight. Well, not tonight, because I'm going to the game right after this. What's that? I just added that. I'm just testing something out. I'm not sure if it's going to stick. I'm just adding that. We'll He's going to hit today. I think he will. Well, Mets saying the Yankees also sucks. The Mets have a chance. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, it won't be tonight, but definitely Thursday we'll do OT. But the next 2 days might be a bit tough. Fly ball, right field, and underneath it for the final out, Reynolds. So Cardinals have a man on. We go bottom 1. Home run. No, so it was called out. It was called an out. At least not Colorado. That is true. That is true. So Contreras flies out. How was the fan catching ball bet? He reached over the wall. He interfered with play. The fan interfered with the play. That was the problem. John should be allowed to sue that fan. I don't know. I don't know if you can sue. You know, it was interference. So basically, long story short with what happened last night, we might do a early stream tomorrow. We might go early tomorrow, do a Q&A overtime before we do the Twins Marlins game. So we could do that tomorrow. Again, we can't do anything today, but tomorrow we could with the blue-haired lawyer. Basically, long story short, Giants hit a fly ball in the... Well, that was... The World Series was a foul ball, and the guy grabbed the arm. This was just grabbing the ball. But that was like assault, what happened. That was assault. This wasn't assault. This was just the fan reached over, made no contact with any of the players, but he reached over the wall, like, and really reached over, and grabbed the ball. Now, that ball was not leaving the yard. I don't know what angles we saw on the broadcast, but they were showing the replay center in New York at the stadium, and that ball was going to hit the wall. So, obviously, he would not have caught the ball. Tao would not have caught the ball, because it clearly went over his glove, but he was not at the very edge of the track. He was at the top of the track. That ball was not going over. Now, having said that, that fan should at the very least, the fact that he's done it 4 times and has bragged about it, he's clearly not an innocent bystander. He knows what he's doing. This fan is very clearly a not innocent bystander. Giants, I hate the least, yes. Yeah, and at the very least, he cannot sit there. It was the same person each time, yes. It was the same person each time. Was it helping or hurting? I think 2 times it made no difference and 2 times it helped. And happy Canada, all those. Yeah, Gallen on the mound against the Giants can hit some of this give. We'll see. We will see. Well, I do love how they had the bullpen yesterday. Literally the very first pitch, they blew it. I told you this bullpen is something. Horwitz, first pitch in there for a strike. Palante on the bump here for the Cardinals. Last time he pitched was against the Cubs. 5 innings, 7 hits allowed. In the 3-0 loss. This month for him, a bit shaky. A 4.91 ERA in the month of June. And now it's a new leaf with July. 1-1 the count. The fan, at the very least, he's clearly got season tickets. Because he got the same seat for all those. He needs to be moved. Yeah, I think they're the exact opposites. Yeah, I think so. The fan is hired by the Dodgers for the D-backs to interfere with plays. Yeah, wearing D-backs merch with D-backs hat and with D-backs bag. Yeah. Oh, man. 2 on the count. We have football this month. Amen to that. Chopped to second. 4-3 on the out. First man taken down. How many times have you been to Oregon? I've never been to Oregon. McCutcheon, potential future Hall of Famer. Up in the 2 spot, DH. Do the workload now just kicked out banned for a certain period of time? Yeah, there clearly should be something that happens to the fan. At the very least, he cannot sit there. At the very least, he needs to be moved. And preferably moved out of the outfield. The very least. Yeah, I'm streaming a Hall of Fame game. I'm streaming it. At the very least, he needs to be moved to a spot where he can't interfere with play. He can't be in the outfield bleachers. Because you can obviously just go your way down. How's it going, Sean? Appreciate you, man. You need McCutcheon for the homer and Sanchez? We'll see. McCutcheon's up right now for that pitch in there for a strike 1-1. I'm very happy the football returns. I'm very happy. Dalvin's being still some watchable. I'm not sure about the Waller move. I do like the Fitzpatrick trade, but the Waller move, oof. Got done streaming Yankees, Blue Jays. Blue Jays crushing the Yankees. Our Canada is like poetry. I love it. There you go. Now you get ready for Cardinals Cubs. Doubleheader. Good luck, man. Good luck. 2 on the count. You punch him to the up. There is no upper deck. I will kick him out for the season. I kick him out. I will kick him out. Last year, the Pirates finished over 500, the Cardinals finished under 500. I'm going to go 91 on that. I'm going to go 91. But I don't know. 2-1. That one upstairs, 3-1. Same behind the plate, yeah. There is no upper deck in Chase Field in the outfield. There's no upper deck in the outfield, so you can't do anything there. It's all lower level for the outfield. And obviously you can just move up. So, at the very least, he needs to be relocated. Banned for the year and relocated. One with the last move until the season? No. Asante Samuel still has to sign somewhere. 3-2 full count. Ramsey trade is frustrating just because a lot of the guys they trade actually want to play Miami. Yeah, but Fitzpatrick's better. Was 1990? Oh, off by 1 year. Off by 1 year. Ramsey is on the decline. Ramsey is not what he used to be. What would Steph do about it? She would execute him. As on the full count, McCutchen walks. First base runner of the game for the Pirates. McCutchen gets on board. Brian Reynolds coming up. Right, saying he won't play for Miami, but that was a while ago. I mean, it's been a while since that trade, to be fair. Brian Reynolds playing some very good ball as of late for the Pirates. Start of the year hitting just .219. Since then, he's got a nice little 8-game hitting streak. He's hitting .429 in his last 8 games. Had 2 hits yesterday. He's 15 for his last 35. Install Nen in the outfield? No, you can't do that. You can't install Nen in the outfield. That would be insane. That would be insane on that. 0-1 to Reynolds. That one way inside. 1-1. Actually, I can't put anything past her. I mean, because, yeah, I'm not sure if it's screw the Giants, but... Because, again, that was not leaving the yard. I love that they called it out at first. I love that the umps called it out at first. It's funny, too, the game was moving at a brisk pace. The game was, like... We were, like, 70 minutes in, and we were done with 6 innings. I'm like, okay, this is going to be pretty good. Chopper right back to the pitcher, and Palante throws to first, 1-3. Moves to foul territory. Yeah. Runner goes into scoring position. But Gonzalez coming up with 1 on and 2 out. So Nick Gonzalez, 1 for 4 yesterday. Lars Fritz doesn't have to worry about not having to crack with King Johnson with him more. No, he does not. No, he does not. United to the Buck goes to be irrelevant. Yeah, the second longest winning streak in baseball besides the Marlins. Dodgers is happening, I'd be more worried. Yeah, I would be. First pitch inside, 1 out. Because it happened against the Giants. That's why. Not difficult to change my jersey every time because I want to change till Friday. That makes sense then. A ban for the fan if the D-backs don't act? I mean, they should. I mean, he's interfered 4 times. He double motion experience on 4. I hate that. McDaniel gets too cute for his own good sometimes. McDaniel gets way too cute for his own good. I think he's on the hot seat. If they don't make the playoffs, he's gone. 2-0 the count to Gonzalez. At the very least, I gotta move the fan. At the very least, they have to move the fan. It was literally, like, it seemed like a normal D-backs game. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. He did on the bottom part of the zone. 2-1 on the slider. It simply was going to be a normal game. And then Torrey decides to pull Ryan Nelson because he was over his pitch count despite being an 88. Seven's a real person, yes. 2-1 the count. Way outside on the slider, 3-1. Palante's walked 1 batter already. In danger of walking to second as Gonzalez ahead 3-1 of the count. Palante has had his struggles as of late, but I will say in June he did not walk a lot of batters. So 6 walks in 25 2/3. Won't walk the batter here as it's a weak rounder to short. Palante gets out of trouble. 6-3. Yeah, how you won the game? I have no idea. I honestly have no idea how the D-backs won that game. So it was so funny. Once they put Ryan Nelson out, I'm like, oh, great. We're putting Juan Mario on with 2 on. I'm like, there's no way this is going to work. I was like, there's no way. So such a thing as normal D-backs game? Not really. Not really. And it's not even like me exaggerating. Like, it's not like when people say, oh, this is like such a stressful, not normal game. And it's like pretty typical. Every D-backs game, I swear to God, every D-backs game is just drunk off its rocker. And yesterday was no exception. And I knew as soon as Mario came in, I'm like, we're going to lose the game. And literally the very first pitch, they blow the lead. I called it. I was like, the very first pitch. Blow the lead, they take him out. For some reason, you don't let him finish the 7th. And then, man. Shelby clutch yesterday, 4-out save. Jonas got banned and caught at the game doing something. You get escort or Everson fine and like practically ends you. Yeah. Yeah, Phoenix Media, yeah, we're all calling him out. We all hate the guy. We all hate the guy. Right, it's more about how the Giants play now in D-backs. Yep. I won't ban the fan from all MLB games, just D-backs games. So at the very least, you should not be allowed to sit in the outfield. If you do it one time, okay. Yeah, B game was this year. Oh, man. I was there, too. It was a weird delay. Even the record's still drunk. Pretty much. Pretty much. It's the most, like, wait, we're 500 kind of season. So the thing with the fan, if this was the first time he did it, I get it. Natural instincts take over, right? I mean, not to that level where you're reaching over the wall. But if this is the first time, okay. But this is the fourth time in 4 years. And he's bragged about it on his Instagram. I mean, you got to take action. You have to take action. Because this is clearly a repeat offender, a recurring problem. And very clearly, something needs to be done. Because to do it 4 straight years and not show remorse. Now, there's one where it was funny. I think it was like 2 years ago. There was an 8-year-old who like reached over the wall and caught a ball. Up down that vid. I'll let you know when it's coming. First pitch in there for a strike. Gorman, Fermin, and Newt Bar due up here. 0-1 the count. Like, at the very least, like, there was 1 year, I think it was 2 years ago, there was, like, an 8-year-old who did it, who, like, caught a ball and reached over. Like, okay, like, he's 8. And, like, he had no idea. But this is a grown man who has brought his glove to a game, 0-2 the count, and it's done this 4 straight years, and is clearly interfering with play. He needs to be moved. Is it going to come this year? Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, he's not learning at this point. Great, I appreciate you, man. If you haven't seen the video today on the late great Oliver Gibson, defensive tackle, former Steeler, actually. Click the link above. How's it going, Miles? Appreciate you tuning in. Again, every donation counts as double toward you make the call. How many say which game we're calling 4th of July? Cardinals, Cubs, Yanks, Mets, or Pirates, Mariners? 0-2 the count to Gorman. Upstairs, 1-2. Tomorrow's fade, we're going to go back to the 60s on this one. Corbin hitting just 158 over his last 5 games. Was 0 for 3 yesterday in that 7-0 loss. Cardinals' bats have been inconsistent as of late. They've been shut out in 3 of their last 6 games. Obviously, this is going to be a tough ask with the leader in the NL and ERA in there. Thoughts on Zach Hampel? He is a bad human being. And he should be banned for life from baseball for sneaking into Fort Bragg. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Second straight inning. That Skeen sits the leadoff man down. Why is there no Sunday baseball for the All-Star break? Two reasons. Number one, it's the day of the MLB draft. So they want all eyes on that. And number 2, the players are traveling out to the All-Star Stadium. So they want to be in the All-Star City by Sunday night. So that's why. Oh, I didn't hear that with Alex. I didn't hear that with him. 1 year ago today, the Revenge of the Sith title began. Yes, there you go. Yeah, their last 3 games not against Cleveland. Yep. Fermin, first pitch in their first strike, 0-1. Fermin back in the majors. Played a lot this year in Memphis, hit over 300. He's looking for his first, looking to get things going here. He's gone off to a good start since getting called back up. This is first start of the year in the majors. 1-2. What game show is Zach Hampel? He appeared on a game show? Was it Guts? I'm going to guess Guts on that one. I'm going to guess it was some Nickelodeon. Mullins' strongest game was against the Rays, but 2 of the top 5 for the past weekend. Yeah. Now we're at the Padres yet? Yeah, no, not yet. Not yet, but... One, 2 the count. I'm still right, yes. Great scene. 1-2 to Fermin. That one a grounder to third. 5-3 on the out. That's the first time this season that Fermin has been set down. Cubs have had a couple drunk games, but most of the games on one side. Yep. And all the drunk games are against the D-backs. All of them are against the D-backs. To tell the truth, I did not know that. Zach Hamill's a fan who just goes around and tries to catch as many home run balls as possible. Yeah, Giants, yeah, they got some concerns. I love what the Red Sox do, by the way. I'm watching that broadcast. The Red Sox-Reds broadcast, it's like the 50th anniversary of the World Series. And they are doing all retro. So it's retro graphics. It's really cool. If you're not 1-0 the count, if you have MLB TV and you want to watch Red Sox, I highly recommend watching the Red Sox broadcast because they go back to the 70s on this one. Outside 2-0. Here's what happened with the D-backs. Yesterday, a fan reached over to grab a ball. It was originally ruled out, and they changed it to a double. It was not leaving the yard. Favorite Jaguar jersey, autographed and non that I have. 2-0 the count. Fouled off 2-1. Okay, favorite Jags autograph and favorite non-Jags. Ooh, well, my favorite autographed jersey. I mean, it's got to be Tony Baselli, because I got it signed by him personally at the Hall of Fame. Favorite non-Jags autographed? Ooh, that is tough. I would probably go, I got an Earl Campbell Oilers autographed jersey for Christmas from my dad one year. So I would say the Earl Campbell one. It's actually improving over the regular presentation. It is. They were crazy about their presentation, but this one's pretty good. Yeah, I'd probably go Earl Campbell on that one. I do have a Jared Allen frame one that I bought, that I won at an auction at State Farm Stadium before he made it to the Hall of Fame. So it's worth even more money now. Full count 3-2. So that change it misses downstairs to Newt Bar. If he gets on base, Paja's in the on-deck circle. Newt Bar 1 for 5 yesterday. Hitting just 143 over his last 16 games, but he'll get on board there as the sinker misses downstairs. NFC standings predictions. Eagles, Commanders, Giants, Cowboys. So Newt Bar gets him over the 2-out walk. How likely is the Yankees not winning the AL East? I'm going to say 35%. Going for the 4th, I'm not. I'm working, and then I'm going to the baseball game and watching some fireworks. So Paja's up with Newt Bar on first. Paja's 0 for 3 yesterday. First pitch swing, fouls it off. Saying just 174 over his last game. His least favorite jersey? Well, I don't like a least favorite autograph jersey. I love them all. But, like, least favorite jersey ever? I mean, the Falcons' gradients look terrible. Where does Chris Paul go? I think he goes back to the Suns. That makes you also get fact. I'm going to go fact. I think Dodgers are going to vote him in. He's playing well this year, too. Cowboys versus the Giants? I do. 0-1 the count. Pajas. On the outside corner, 0-2. Right, Yankees have been pretty bad as of late. Top 5 NFC East teams? Well, I think the Eagles, as Stars, does it again. Oh my goodness, he is red hot. Get him to the All-Star game. Get Stars to the All-Star game. Wow. Yeah, I don't know who the top 5 teams are going to be just yet. 0-2. Fouled off. But Chris Paul, I think, goes back to the... I think it's going to be the Suns. They're looking at the Suns and the Clippers, I think. Those are the two favorites. I want him back in Phoenix. I think that'll be great as a backup. As a backup point guard, facilitator. You know, it's very clear that Chris Paul makes the centers around him better. Yeah, I'm going to say fact on Gamana. 0-2 slider misses outside 1-2. He makes the centers around him better. He knows how to feed centers down low. Yeah, win the battle, lose the war with the Twins on that one. But, 1-2 to Pajes. Goodbye. Third striker of the game for Skeens. Cards leave a man on. We go bottom 2. Nothing remains the score. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Or else it's huge 3. He does. But like when you've got a, like I think when you just drafted a rookie center who's very raw in Malak, I think Paul makes him so much better. I mean, we saw DeAndre Ayton. He played at his best when Chris Paul was there. Ain't yet of Dame to the Jazz. I think it's going to go to a contender at this point. I think it's going to a contender. I don't think it's going to go to the Jazz. I think at this stage, he's going to want to go to a contender. I don't think it's going to go to the Jazz. But I would say Chris Paul, the Suns. I think they reunite. And that'd be awesome. I would love that. I have no ill will toward Chris Paul. He was phenomenal when he was with us. It was time to move on. But for what he is now, just like a backup point guard and he facilitate down low as this attacker. Facilitate the big men down low. I would have no qualms whatsoever bringing Chris Paul back. Only instead for him to go to the Jazz is stay in the college he played at. Yeah. How's it going, Cujo in Broncos Country? Appreciate you tuning in. Friction where Dame goes. Ooh. I'm going to go... A part of me wants to say Miami. That just feels... I know they have Hero. A part of me just feels like Miami. It was a beautiful ball at line moment. Yep. Mr. Perfect or Razor... I'm going Mr. Perfect on that one. Was like with Steve Bartman's situation? No, Steve Bartman didn't interfere. Steve Bartman went straight up. Steve Bartman, he was a scapegoat. He had every right to go for that ball. This fan did not have every right to go for the ball. This fan reached over the wall and done this 4 times in the last 4 years. David Serrano. Ooh. Cruz, Hayes, Famdu up here. First pitch. Knuckle curve. Fouls it off 0-1. Yeah, this is way more... Steve Bartman did not reach over. Moises Alou just went into foul territory. Reached into the stands. Yeah, Panthers at 10-7. That's bold. That's bold. 0-1 the count. Cruz watches that one downstairs. 1-1. O'Neal Cruz. 1 for 2 yesterday. Did not have the best of months. June was not that kind to him. Only hit 176 in June. I'm going Stone Cold on that one. I'm going Stone Cold. Back to Portland. I don't know where he's going to go. I don't know where he's going. Part of me just wants to say Miami. 1-2. Grounder to first base. And pitcher covers 3-1 for the first out. So none of the leadoff men have gotten on board today. For either team. Now I'll send Hayes up to bat. Panthers win the division on Bucks to win Series 2-0. Yeah, I think just bold to have the Panthers at 10-7. Because it says a lot about Bryce Young improving and the Panthers defense improving tremendously. Brian Hayes playing some very, very good baseball as of late. Running one of the longer hitting streaks in the majors. A 9-game hitting streak where he's hitting 424 in that stretch. First pitch misses. 1-0. And pretty sure like I said, if you like what you folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Again, every donation counts double toward you make the call. Get how many sandwich give a call on Cardinals, Cubs, Yankees, Mets, Pirates, Mariners. I'm going Ultimate Warrior. Fly ball, shallow center field, and underneath it for the second out will be Scott. So if I've got all of them wrong. Yeah, I'm not really like a huge wrestling guy, but let's go with what I know. I'm going with what I know. Division where to skip the South. It's realistic. Definitely realistic. Tommy Pham, the former Cardinal. Up to bat now. Speaking of the D-backs, he was on that 2023 team acquired from the Mets. Without him, they do not make it. The fan name? Oh, I don't know. I remember the fan name, but he has an Instagram. I don't know the exact name of him. Swing and a miss downstairs, 0-1. Running a 6-game hitting streak right now. Hitting 478 over his last 6. Before the streak, he was below the Mendoza line at 194. But he's hitting 478 over his last 6 games. Pirates are 5-1 in that stretch. That is a weak chopper in fair territory. Moves about 1 foot. An easy play there for the catcher. Pajes. 2-3. So we go top 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Pirates. Odds the Niners miss the playoffs. I think it's higher than 25. I would say 40. I go 40%, honestly. I'm being right while I say... Oh, no, I'm not. Look, I'm not. I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Panthers winning is crazy. I'm not betting on it. But I don't think... It's not like the Saints. If the Saints win the division, I'd be like, I did not see that coming. I was dead wrong on that. Panthers, I could see a universe where they win. I could actually see a universe where the Panthers win the division. But I'm still taking the Bucks until proven otherwise. Yeah, schedule's awfully easy. It is. Probably, though, is at the time zone. The time zone thing, they have to play 12 straight weeks in different time zones. It's a lot. Also, the new Play Like a Jet podcast has been dropped. So, I will retweet that if you do want to see it. Basically, I do this podcast every single week with a very prominent Jets channel. We talk about all things Jets history. I go over some of my videos, and we just talk about the Jets and whatnot. What team guy I think Giannis going to follow? No. No. I don't think so. Going all in the Panthers this year? Ooh. I'm going Goldberg. That one I'm going Goldberg on. I'm going Goldberg. That's a high percentage. That's a very high percentage. 102 in Idaho. Ooh, man, that is hot. For Idaho. I'm guessing humidity there, too, is bad. I know walking down to the game, it is brutal out here. Like, I can stand the heat, but man, walking down to the games in the AC, this, like, thank God that bill passed for the D-backs ballpark. Thank God it passed, because, my God, it is a hot box inside. It really is. It is a hot box inside. The AC just does not work. Like, it's gotten to the point where literally after I get back from a game, I take an hour to just decompress. Like, I take an hour and just sit on the couch. First pitch, chop foul by Scott 0-1. I just do that because it's like, man, it's just so hot. Panthers go 10-7 win the division? I can. Yeah. No, I can. Absolutely, I can. If Young plays like in the second half of the year and the defense gets marginally better, absolutely. Fouled off 0-2. This is first time through the order. Last batter, first time through. Skeen's been very good so far. Which, I mean, we're not surprised by. He is the favorite to win the Cy Young for a reason. First time through the order this year, opponent seeing just 189 on him. It goes down to 143 the second time through. 0-2 outside 1-2. I'm going Triple H. I'm going Triple H on that one. Scott 1 for 3 yesterday. Renovate Chase Field, a new ballpark. Anything would have been an upgrade to the AC. Yes. It is unbearable right now. It is pretty much unbearable. 1-2 way upstairs 2-2. Like, I do not say that lightly. This is not like we need a new ballpark or need renovations to get more luxury suites and whatnot. This is like the AC does not work. We're all dying in there. Scott Hayden just 186 over his last 30 games. And that's not going to improve here as it's chopped to first, but hang on, did he beat it? He beat it! Scott with the speed beats it out, and the leadoff man's on board. Oh, that's awful, James. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I'm going to use a Kuna on that one. So Scott beats it out with his speed. It was a chopper to first. And Horwitz had to cover the bag himself and make the play himself. And Scott beats it out despite the diving attempt by Horwitz. Nice effort there by Horwitz, but Scott with some good hustle. And the leadoff man gets on board with a base hit. Eagles, Rams, Bills, Ravens. I like that. I can see it. Donovan, first swing fouls off. How is it LOL Skeens? It was a chopper to first that Skeens was never going to be able to get to in time. Donation timer? I'm just testing something out. Just testing it out. That's just the timer since the last donation. I'm just testing something out. I'm not sure if it's going to stick. I'm just experiment with a few things. 0-1, runner holds, 1-1. I'm not sure if it's going to stick. I'm just testing something out. I saw a few streamers do it, so I'm just testing it. Just experiment a little bit. Not sure if it's going to last. But just going to test it out. 1-1. Donovan fouls it off 1-2. And they help the D-backs even darted in the cards now, but we roof the cards in playoffs? Yes, I would. Yes, absolutely. Dr. Lake told me he wants to say hi. All good. Yeah, I figured Dr. E's streaming the Pirates game. I figured he's doing Pirates. I'm going Owen Hart. Eagles, Bills, Super Bowl. 39. That's a weird number. 39-21. That's a very weird number for that. 1-2 to Donovan. Second time through the order now here. Fouled off. Stay alive at 1-2. You like it? I kind of dig it too. I kind of dig it as well. I'm not sure if it's going to stick, but I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. I do want to mess with a few things too. I'm definitely thinking about it too with like balls and strikes, manually typing in 1-2, 2-2, just having like dots for that. I'm not sure yet. Might make it a bit easier. 2-2 the count. Tough competition. Yep. Well, you guys vote on this one. You guys vote on this one. Tomorrow we're doing Twins Marlins. Thursday we're doing Astros Rockies. Definitely doing OT for that. Tomorrow we should be live before the game as well, doing a Q&A overtime. Because I can't do it after this game or after tomorrow's game because I'm going down to the game. I'm going Outlaws. I'm going New Age Outlaws. Chiefs Commanders and the Commies win. Ooh, man. If the Animals plays like they did last year, why not? No, Rock was not the Rock, but in the 90s. No, not even close. 2-2 the count. Donovan watches that one upstairs. Full count. I will say Cardinals are doing a good job today in terms of making Skeens throw a lot of pitches. 44 pitches for 6 outs. That's a lot. And we know Skeens can go 108. Come on with it, too. Appreciate you, man. I hope Skeens sucks, but the Cardinals lose. So we want a high-scoring game. As that is Donovan into right field. Base hit. On the full count, Donovan gets runners on the corners. Nice piece of hit in there by Donovan. Back-to-back hits for the Cards. With win coming up. I'm going Mabel on that one. I'm going Mabel. I'll get you on the Mets game again. Every donation cuts double toward you make the call, so just keep that in mind. You have Dolphins, Rams. I agree with one of the teams. I agree with one of them. I'll go 90 on that one. Pirates are like 9-6. I don't think that's going to happen. Deshaun mentoring Shedeur Sanders. The worst possible mentor you could have. It's the worst possible mentor you could have. I feel like Shedeur is doing everything wrong. I honestly feel like Shedeur, so far, this has gone about as well as we could have expected. Like, he has done everything wrong so far. Shedeur Sanders, we've not even started training camp. He's been involved in a ton of controversies. Like, this is going great. You have 2 predictions. All right. Yeah, 31-27 is more realistic. 39-21. Would that be scoregami? That might be scoregami. 0-1 to win. That one line, foul down the third base line, 0-2. Sarris takes 4th in the QB race. I'm going to say yes on that. I'm going to sting on that. Jets, Panthers, make up anything I want. Why not? Why not Jets, Panthers? They're saying it's trying hard to do well in practice. Yeah, but it's practice. That's practice. Think about poster. 0-2. Popped up, foul, and going out of play. Deshaun wants the best mentor for young QB. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Absolutely. I know I would definitely take advice from Deshaun Watson. I'm not sure I play well. Well, he's not good anymore. Deshaun Watson is not good. That's the problem. He's not a good quarterback. He's pretty bad. Only defunct franchise went top. Was it the Nationals? I think it was Syracuse Nationals, if I'm not mistaken. Swing and a miss downstairs. 4 strikeouts for Skeens. Gets him to chase on the changeup. Yeah, he's been terrible as of late. He's been awful, actually. Well, it's not like you're taking advice from Brett Favre, where it's like, okay, Brett Favre is a bad person, but he's a heck of a quarterback. Bills win all. I mean, I have that too. So I have it too. He's the worst QB than as a person. That's pretty bad. I've never been to Indiana, so I never Caitlin Clark. No, I've never been to Indiana. Burleson. First pitch swinging, and that is lined right to the shortstop. Runner's caught and out. Can't get back in time. Poor base running there. Poor base running by Donovan, and the Pirates will allow nothing. Ours look good so far. So it's a line out right to the shortstop. Line out right to IKF. Did Donovan get back in time to first? He did not. We'll go bottom 3. So despite getting runners on first and third, they get nothing out of it. How's it going, Jacob? Happy Canada Day. Blue Jays won today. Happy Canada Day to those who celebrate. Was the Bullets? Oh, they folded in the 50th and came back later. Did not know that. McAfee, the lawsuit there, yeah, got dropped, and there's a reason why. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I'm taking a sting on that one. Yeah, Hunter's been looking good so far. Yes, I would, absolutely. I would absolutely on that one. Toasted. I would. So yeah, the Favre controversy. First off, it's proven to be fact. It's proven to be fact. Defamation, truth is an absolute defense. So he has no case on that one. He has no case. Hunter's been doing very well. Yeah, Hunter's looked good. He's played both ways, offense, defense. He's looked very sharp. People have nothing but good things to say about him. He's been balling out in camp right now. So after getting runners on the corners, it's a liner, a 6-3 double play. Some poor base running by Donovan, who can't get back in time. Marner trade, I mean, he had to go. He had to go. Not necessarily crazy about the return, but I'm not hating it. It's pretty meh. I put it pretty meh for both teams, if that makes sense. But I think the Leafs had to do it. Leafs had to do it. Or if someone says you're ugly or ugly, you can't sue them. And that's an opinion, too. That's an opinion as well. That's not even, like... Opinions are always protected. If you say something that's like pure opinion... I don't get it, Toasted. I don't get it. Apology, Daniels. So time to Celestination. I'm just testing something out. Just testing something out. It resets every time someone donates. I'm just testing something out. LeBron declined the option to seek more money. Not surprised. He wants as much leverage and money as possible. I don't blame him. Jack Daniels, yep. Like with something like that, he's a public figure too. Brett Favre is a public figure. So you can say what you want about Favre, and it has to be, to win a defamation suit as a public figure, 01, it has to be false. They had to have known that it was false, and they had to prove that it damaged their reputation. And Favre's reputation is already pretty bad. It's true, and there's no way McAfee, if it wasn't true, there's a reputable thing with that. 5-3, chopped out. IKF coming up. Now, with a private figure, it's a different story. That's why the whole situation with the Ole Miss girl is very different. The Ole Miss girl is very different because she's a private figure. So the bar is different than a person like Brett Favre. Jags go 11-6. That would be incredible. I would take that. I would take that. I would take that. Focus some of the Raptors. TFC terminating CMA. Thank God. One of the worst designated player signings of all time. Yeah, Canada's been good so far. I'm taking NWO on that one. Taking NWO. Now we're still to make the playoffs. Super Bowl. I think Super Bowl at that point. 0-1 the count to IKF. SGS contract. I mean, it's a lot of money, but obviously when you win the MVP, you win the finals. 5-3 again on the out. Do we know for sure Brett did it? Pretty confident that he did it. There's records. Do I accept 0-17? Yes, I do. Because that's 500. That might get you in. AFC Village Parts? Yes. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Yeah. Look, the Niners with the playoffs, I think can pick a Super Bowl. Guaranteed American team wins. I would take that bet. I would definitely take that bet. Second time through now. Palante very sharp the first time. Only 30 pitches for the first 8 outs. Though opponents getting on 35% of the time second time through versus 28% of the time the first time through. First pitch downstairs, 1-0. Right, yeah, he did it. He literally did it. Brett Favre did what he did. Like, it's proven. And plus, if you sue, then the discovery opens up, and then you keep it in the limelight. It's stupid. Lillard termination, I didn't see it coming. But, man, that did not work out for the Bucks, which I'm not surprised by. 1-1. Right, won't be as good for you folks as Canada is for us. No, it will not. Who's worse on my Favre? Watson. It's not even close. Vic is the least bad. I mean, Vic rehabilitated. Vic has changed his image. Vic served his time. He's a model of the prison system working. Like, he served his time. He's been a model citizen ever since. What he did was despicable, but look, we're a country of second chances, and he's made the most of his second chance. I go Bills Irons while the Rams saw him miss and they win the West? Yes, I would. 1-2. Upstairs 2-2. What did Favre do? He defrauded people. He stole a ton of money for welfare. Stole a ton of money for welfare. Marlins go to playoff series if they sneak in. I mean, why not? I mean, I didn't think the D-Bucks were in a playoff series that year, and they made it to the World Series. So 2-2. Horwood swing and miss downstairs on the slider. 3 up, 3 down. Palante just 1 over the minimum so far. Right, some people never forgive him. I get it. If you don't want to forgive him, I completely get it. But I will say, because I completely understand if you don't want to forgive him. But I will say, he has made the most of his second chance. Who's the worst and the best? Well, one of them killed a person, so. Oh, he was on the Packers? Favre? Well, he sent some lewd photos when he was on the Packers. We're talking about, like, after the fact, though. After he left the Packers. Oh, even over Eagles, I take the Niners. No, I'd actually take the Eagles in that. I take the Eagles in that one. I would say to Sean Jackson, I mean, he didn't really show a lot of rehabilitation for that. He didn't really show a lot of rehabilitation. I think it's stupid what Jackson said. I think Look, Delaware gets a lot of kids from the Northeast. It's a huge school on Long Island. I will say, Long Island, you either went to Binghamton or you went to Delaware. And Long Island's got a huge Jewish population, so why they got Deshaun Jackson as coach with no experience and after those comments, I have no idea. I don't think it's going to work. Well, I don't know the members of that, Cujo. I don't know the members of that. Yeah, Marlins make the World Series. Please root for you. I will. I'm with you there, Nick. I'm with you there. So I'll put it that way on that one, Jacob. It makes very little sense for Jackson to be a coach in the first place. Makes even less sense at Delaware because it has a huge Jewish population. Because a lot of kids from Long Island go there. Wherever your Shannon's made the playoffs, he's made the MC Championship. That is true. Yep. Yeah, I'd still take Eagles over Niners for now, but yeah. We go top 4. Contreras, Gorman, Fairmean, Do up here. 4, 5, 6 for the Cards. If you like what you book, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps us out on the channel. And we did a video on the late, great Oliver Gibson. Click the link above to watch. I'm going Flair. I'll go Flair on that one. Yeah, Shanahan, Mr. January. There you go. There you go. Favre committed a crime that was worse compared to other NFL players. I mean, look, what he did was awful. Delaware ever going to be good? At some point. I don't think anytime soon. First pitch downstairs. But they called a strike 0-1. Shanahan, February, Izzo. Rashee Rice, yes, he's a bad guy. Yes, Rashee Rice, what he did was awful. Whenever the Watson was proved to be false, well, they're not. They're not false. Downstairs 1-1. Like, they are not false. It's not like this just one or two people with sketchy stories. This is a bunch of different people, and everything's been proven true at this point. 1-1. Upstairs 2-1. I'm going Mankind. By 23rd, Dale was top 5 team. Fiction on that. Fiction on that. I don't see any universe where Dale was the top 5 team in 2030. 2-1. In there for a call strike 2-2. I didn't see anything about Tom Brady doing Scientology. I didn't see that. Farver Griffelwood did? No. No. Tyreek Hill? Yeah, he's a bad person. Are you kidding me? Tyreek Hill's a very bad person. Tyreek Hill is not a good person at all. Should he be arrested? No, he didn't deserve to be arrested for the week 1 game. No. 2-2. Pop foul. You don't always make it, but you know he's going deep in the playoffs if he does. Yep. Rashee Rice, what did he do? He was in that speeding incident last year. He was in that hit and run going like drag racing on Easter Sunday. Yeah, but he didn't deserve to be arrested for week 1. That was ridiculous. Got hit in the wrist there. Contreras will take his base. Gets hit on the pitch inside. For the second straight, the Cards get the leadoff man on board. No, he was nuts. Yep. You know, Tyreek Hill's a bad person. He had not deserved to get arrested before week 1. That was insane. Ray Lewis, I actually believe that Lewis was not like too involved in that. Yeah, but Arenas did a stupid thing. Why he had the gun in the locker room in the first place, I have no idea, but I don't know if he's a bad person. Right, NHL players are the only ones that aren't causing trouble at all times of day. Also have to remember, too, with NHL, I mean, to be fair, a lot of NHL players go back to their homeland during the offseason, so they're out of the news pretty much. As Contreras getting looked at by the training staff. Who would I call Mr. May? Not Doc Rivers, I know that. I'd probably call Spoelstra. Probably Spoelstra. Eugene Robinson? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Eugene Robinson. That was crazy. He just won the award before. He won, like, the day before. Over under 2.5 runs? I'm going to say under. Let's say under. And also, NHL does not get as much publicity as the other sports, so keep that in mind as well. There's definitely some selection bias with that. Ever have a controversy about WWE in the NFL with using stadium? I don't think so. I don't think. The closest thing I think of is counter-programming at halftime of the Super Bowl. Angel was just done. No. I don't know any like crimes she committed or anything. I don't know what her crime would be. Right, like NHL players, a lot of them, like, if something happens in Canada, it's make news here. If if something happens in Europe, it doesn't make news here. NHL doesn't make news here as it is. What coach is C4 Spoelstra for the Heat? Eric Spoelstra's Mr. May for the Heat. So, yeah, I have no idea. Sometimes the chat just goes off the rails like this. Hartfells and Kalen? Okay, Hartfells don't make you a bad person. Hartfells don't make you a bad person. Delaware's going by 2035. It's a tough spot to recruit. Because the Northeast is not good with sports. It really is not with high school football. Like, they get a lot of guys from New York, and that's not really a good state for high school football. All right, only the Wizards. Yep, only the Wizards. They're still looking at Contreras, still evaluating the wrist. That's the stoppage here, so we have not any pitches sent, so... If you like what we see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. We do emojis in the chat if you buy membership. D-backs to the fans and banned from attending home games for the rest of 2025. Ooh, let me check that. Thank God. Thank God. He should be. If that's true, he should be. Please tell me that's true. Because I'm tired of seeing him. Yep, Beat Writer said that. Yep. Some banned for the remainder of the season. Yep. There we go. Thank God. And hopefully 26, he will be, if he's back, it's not in the same seats. Downstairs 1-0. Keeping it for 3 months now. With all those emojis. Love it, man. Love it. Appreciate you being a member. Tyler Lockett, he's done nothing. Tyler Lockett's done nothing. Games, we're going to 5th. Nice. Downwards, accused of championship for Missouri State. I'm going to say fact on that one. The X-Wings naked strips across the field. Oh, God. I've never seen one streak outside the World Series. Only for the playoff games I've seen people run on the field. Well, Kamara, he did that thing in Vegas. So he's got the nice super suit, so to stay healthy. Where's my super suit? Let's go. 2-0. Gorman swinging and miss 2-1. While the Giants get anything for Waller's Kamara retirement, they still own his rights. So just because you retire doesn't mean the team gets rid of you. You get placed on a list. Like, the Dolphins had Marino under contract until, like, 2012. The Dolphins didn't release Marino until, like... 2-2. He's scared for playoff game. It's high. Yeah. LSU wins Natty. Fiction, but I could see it happening. So that's why. Because otherwise you could just retire for a day. You could announce your retirement and then become a free agent and someone signs you. It's an easy loophole. So you don't get paid when you're retired, obviously. But that team owns your rights. So that's why the Giants get something. Yeah, funny how coach is never done worse than MC Jones in the playoffs can be on the hot seat. Yep. 2-2. Gorman. Into right field, base hit. Back-to-back men get on board to start the inning just like the last time. Andrew Luck, they own his rights. You own their rights forever. Once you retire, you own the rights for however long the contract is until verdict official. Not yet. Not yet. Partial verdict, but haven't done the full thing yet. What's more impactful, Ramsey or Metcalf? I think the Metcalf trade's more impactful. Sucks at the worst record, boldness rating, 10. 10. If Aaron's a ball, yeah. Someone's still looking at getting cornerback. Yeah, I can see Asante Samuel Jr. I can see that. Whereas like Gronk in 2020 or Champagne in 23. Yep. You own the rights forever. You own the rights to that player forever. Like, their contract's paused at that point. Their contract is paused. So if they have 2 years left on their contract, the contract is paused indefinitely. And the timer only starts up again once they come out of retirement. I don't think the last one through Jacob. Last one I saw was Kamara. Fermin, bunts it, and it's a pop-up bunt. Horrible bunt, trying to advance the runners, and instead it's a one pitch out. On the pop-up. I'll send Newpar up to bat. Worst record next year? I'll go the Jazz. 9 wins by 2032. Bonus ring? I'd say, let's see what conference you say. I'd say 5. Like, if you're doing Oliver Gibson, appreciate it. Hall very good for being a player and doing all those things at the same time. Yeah, he was an inspiration. Yeah, DX fan needs Lionel Hutz. He does. We can't do it tonight. Tomorrow we're going to do overtime. Tomorrow we're going to do overtime before the game. So tomorrow we'll go live at 5 o'clock Eastern. Live tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern time. before we go Twins Marlins. Yes, security must have been very... Yes. Back in the 70s? Yes. Oh, man. You can do anything you want in the 70s. The 70s were the 70s. 1-0. Newt Bar takes that for a strike. 1-1 the count. How do you for the case involving the 2 R. Kelly trials? I don't like the specifics, necessarily. I think there's definitely more evidence in this one. The more recent one than the 08 one. 1-1 the count to Newt. That one in there for a strike. 98 on the gun. 1-2. Last inning. Skeens allowed the first 2 men on. Allowed no runs. This inning allowed the first 2 men on. Can he get out of trouble here? Dolphins in a corner fact. Anyone think the D-backs should trade the deadline? Yes, they will. They're going to trade for something. So here's the thing. The D-backs, comment go through, did not. Nope, did not. 2-2 the count. A feral cat run on the field. Well, that was the Cubs Mets in 69. That was the black cat with that. Thoughts on free agency thus far in the NHL? Ducks are making moves. Yeah, C.O. Stickham was very rich in the 70s. Oh, man. Very, very rich. 2-2. Fiction on that one, in case they fouled off. So the D-backs are going to do one of two things. Either they're going to buy, and they're going to buy relievers that are under contract for the next 3 years. So only guys that are going to like 2027 beyond. Or they're going to sell. And I don't know what they're going to do yet. You know, it was the Cubs. Yes, it was the Cubs Mets 69. Yeah. Outside, full count 3-2. Could they trade Marte? They're not trading Cattell. No. If they trade people, it would be Eugenio Suarez, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., it would be Zach Gallen, potentially. That one, shot foul. Keep with the fire 80s as well. Absolutely. 80s. Whew, man. The stuff that happened in the 80s. I think Asante Samuel goes to the Dolphins. Appreciate you, Keith. Which game do you want me to do? Which game do you want? I'm with you on that one, Allie. I'm with you there. Orioles buy or sell? I think they buy. I think they buy. Ducks pick the draft fixes of McQueen last name? No, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. You want somebody serious to get you on that? 3-2. Fly ball, shallow right field. Underneath it, won't be enough to advance the runner. Reynolds makes the play. 2 out. Cunningham said the WM go to Cleveland, Detroit, and Philly is stupid. The list of players, and Miami and Nashville are more exciting. Well, I mean, Philly's an obvious spot. Philly's a very obvious spot. That's been rumored for a while. You can tell Marte. I would hate that. Marte's not going anywhere. Yeah, team 10 under would be buyers. Well, at the very least, I don't think they're selling. And McQueen wearing 95, I love it. I love it. It's going to be the hottest jersey in hockey. The number 1 selling jersey in hockey. It's going to be the number 1 selling jersey. It's going to do numbers at the frats and whatnot. I'll put it that way. Yeah, the O's... I just because the AL's pretty weak at the 6th spot. And they're playing, like, semi-better. They cooled off a little bit. They're playing, like, better than they were. I don't think they're selling, if that makes sense. I don't think they're selling. D-backs buy or sell. Well, that's not what I meant. The Phillies will buy. Phillies will buy. Dust storm. It was pretty foggy today, waking up, I will say, in that. Let's go to Cleveland. I mean, I had fun in Cleveland when I went. 0-2 the count. So, what I'm saying is that if the D-backs buy, if they buy, it's going to be for one position only. It's going to be for relievers that are under contract till 2027. If they don't do that, they're going to sell. So that's what I'm saying. It's sell with an asterisk. I could even see them selling and buying at the same time. Angels, buyers, or sellers? I think buyers. Padres are buyers. Yeah, Lemon Queen for the Cardinals. Yep. 95 was first year Toy Service. I didn't know that's the reason they have the number. 0-2 fouled off. We stay alive. Phillies at the deadline. I think some pitching. Your goal songs for your life is a highway. Good chow, baby. Good chow. I would love that. Red Sox play? Yes, I did. Oh, man. I played by Abreu? Man. Marlins hold pat. Marlins aren't going to do anything. They'll hold pat. 0-2 the count. You know, I've been to Cleveland a few times. It's a nice downtown. It really is. 0-2. Pajes upstairs 1-2. Skeens already nearing 75 pitches after 4 innings. They might be able to get Skeens out of the game pretty early on, even despite not allowing any runs. Yeah, that bounce. Yeah, 1 in a million bounce. Yep. Which teams definitely sell? 1-2, Pajes. Rips it. Base hit. They will send the runner. And it will be tagged out dead duck on that one. He was nowhere close to scoring. I don't know why they sent him. Lining out Roger. It wasn't old enough for cars to come. He didn't even see cars in theaters. We go bottom 4. They send the runner. For some reason. Yeah, I think the, last night, the D-backs season's been the same way. Yep. Every game for the D-backs. Cards buy? Yes, I do. I think they buy. Yeah, I think the Pirates sell. I think the White Sox sell. Yeah, Marte's not going to the Phillies. Marte's not getting traded. Cards 1, 2006. You got a case on that one, Steven. You got a case. There is no chance they trade Marte. Marte's untouchable. Arizona would riot. I would get my season tickets. If they traded Marte, I would get my season tickets. Thoughts for agency so far in the NBA? I like the Grizzlies bringing back JJ. I like what the Nuggets are doing as well. I like what the Nuggets are doing a lot. McQueen was born October 2nd, 2006. Yeah, no, he was, Cars came out summer of 06. Next, Luka? I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, they might actually win more games. Yeah, they're not playing, like, the worst as of late. Informal will actually keep it one to keep scoring over the Cardinals. They're brutal in Philly. Yeah, even Philly, like, you don't cross that line. You don't cross that line. Fire Stearns. We'll see what he does at the deadline. He's on the hot seat. We'll see. We'll see what happens at the deadline. Pistons due for me to put them in the finals? Well, they played well this past year. We figure Cunningham is going to improve. And they get Ivy back. They did without their second best player. Ivy was their second best player. And they get him back. Oh, you're good, David. You're good. Completely untouchable trade for nothing. Oh, why not Cooper Flag at this point? Why not? Why not Cooper Flag? Michael Porter, Johnson trade. I like it a lot from the Nuggets. I think Johnson's the better player. I know he gets injured a lot, but Porter costs a lot of money. Johnson's more consistent when he's there. When he's lighting up threes, he's lighting up threes. I think he's a better fit for the Nuggets. I saw Cars as a wheel heavy roll when it was released. Yeah, I saw it in theaters. What was I? 9? 10? Bengals? I don't know. Defensively, I have so many questions about him. I have so many questions about the Bengals defensively. Yankees offer Judge for Marte? Well, I'm not stupid. I do that. I'm not stupid. While Burleson is now playing first, Contreras is done after getting hit on the wrist earlier in the inning. Hampson moves over to right field, so Hampson is going to take over in the 4th spot. The former D-back in red this past season is now in the 4th spot. Is he cut in Major League Baseball? I mean, he wasn't that good by the second season in the minors. First season was okay, but second season, no. So I think he wouldn't have made it to the majors. Oh, 1 the count. It's bottom 5 without Trey. I mean, it's bottom 5 with Trey, to be fair. Like, obviously, more tape for Judge. I'm not stupid. I would do that. Fouled off 0-2. Was there a fire in Phoenix? Nothing I know of. Next, looks like for every sport. Oh, I have no idea. Again, that trade was a 1 in a million. That's an unprecedented trade. It has its own Wikipedia page. That's when you know. That's an unprecedented move. Bottom 3, yeah. 0-2. McCutcheon fouls it off. Palante, first time through the order, was very sharp. D-backs 4 Judge's contract? Yes, they could. Yeah. I mean, they paid Corbin Burns. Kendrick can spend money. Would I really do that trade? I would, yeah. I would. I love Marte. Don't get me wrong. I'm not stupid, though. Aaron Judge, I would trade Marte for Judge, straight up. I would do it. Because if you're thinking you can hope that Lawler's the guy at saying you drafted Tommy Troy. He's coming up nicely. That one fouled off again. Firefix, same with January 9. There you go. But obviously it's not happening. It's not happening. But what about Outback Steakhouse, Texas Roadhouse? I like Outback Steakhouse better. I actually like Outback better. 0-2. McCutcheon rips it into left field, and that's going to drop for base hit. First hit of the game for the Pirates. They get the leadoff man on board. Show for Judge? No. No, I would not. I would not do that. Bills by the deadline. If that was a down year, Dolphins are good. Yeah. They're buying. Yeah. I mean, you don't really like buy or sell at the deadline in the NFL, but they would do it. And there goes the no-hitter. Reynolds coming up. Better here, Mookie Betts or Garrett Crochet hitting and single pitchers. Oh, easily Mookie Betts. Easily. What would that trade mean for the Yankees? It wouldn't be good. Why pitch in the finals? Because I think Cunningham's going to make the jump, and I like Ivy a lot. Streaming Hall of Fame? Yes, I am. July 31st. We're streaming it, baby. 30 more days till football starts. Yeah, of course, Pirates haven't started with Skeens on the bump, as is tradition. Skeens and sluts runs more than DeGrom did with the Mets. Yep, he does. It's crazy how that works out. 0-1 to Reynolds. That one's swinging a miss downstairs on the four-seamer 0-2. No, I wouldn't trade Ohtani, wouldn't trade Judge. No. How Bills can make sure Bills have a down year? I mean, they're probably the best team right now as it is. I mean, they're in a good spot as it is, so I'm not sure that's a concern. Wouldn't be worried about him having a down year. 0-2 the count. Again, I'm pretty sure I'll get starting with a new video dropping tomorrow. We're going back to the 60s on this one. You know, Syndergaard before the injuries? Oh, man, he was dominant. Every Syndergaard star was just magical. Outside 1-2. Doing a trade deadline stream for MLB? I haven't decided yet. Probably. No true wide receiver one could fall off. Check swing didn't go around 2-2. Can he really fall off? I mean, Coleman is in his second year. And that was fine last year. I mean, they didn't have a true wide receiver one last year. They were still fine. You mid-2010s Mets are such a what if they are. Dolphins' best record, boldness rating 10. Yeah, Harvey pitched. Yeah, he was sad by that point, but Harvey was also like must-see TV. He was incredible. Yeah, trade line's doing. I haven't decided yet. I might do one. 2-2. Grounder, Reynolds, 4-6-3 double play. Nope, he's safe. Fielder's choice. Good hustle there by Reynolds. Obviously, the out at second stands, but I gotta say Reynolds beat the throw. Was a laser, too, from when it's short, so can't fault the Cards' defense on that one. Sophomore slump for Coleman. I'm not crazy about Coleman, but not sure about sophomore slump. Yeah, just by a hair, he's safe. Yeah, after the time of John, he has not been the same. So I'm worried about with all these D-back pitchers. Trade deadline for MLB, I think July 31st. It's usually the 31st. I know some years it's the 30th. Let's double check this. I think he's safe by a hair. Ooh, actually, he might be out. Hang on a second, he might be out. Let's see. This is the angle. This is the best angle. He's out. He's out. He is out. He is out. They're challenging. I think he's going to be out. I think he's out. East, West, North, South, a good ranking for most likely to have an M1 seed. Yes, South definitely last on that one. How do I respond to that? I wouldn't buy it. Phillies get 100 wins? No, I don't think they get 100. I think he's going to be out. I'm already changing my ruling. Overturn, he's out. So, even despite the leadoff single for the Pirates, Palante just won over the minimum still after 11 outs. He is out. Are the Marlins really going to do this? Are they really going to win 8 straight? Not getting a lot of run support so far, but then West, East, North, South for NFC? Yes. Actually, I put the West at 3. Phillies get 90? Yeah, they get 90. They get 90. First pitch in the dirt to Gonzalez. 0-1 the count. Definitely South last. But I put the West at 3. Because I figure Eagles and then NFC North. And Lions just got the 1, so. NFC North break the order of finish. I'm going to go Vikings, Lions, Bears, Packers. 1-0, fell off 1-1. That's what I'm going with. I'm going Vikings win the division. I like McCarthy. Lions take a step back, but they're still good. Bears, and then Packers. Well, they're previously my pick, but I wouldn't be too confident on it, if that makes sense. 1-2 the count. Plante, this is pitch number 50 for him. Parents like NFC Championship, that is very bold. Paris in the basement, it is bold. And by basement, I mean like 6 or 7 wins. It's going to be a good division. 1-2. Slider misses. 2-2. Lions still make us wild card, yes. Yes. Marlins or Mets. I think Mets finished with a better record. I think it's a bit too far back, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, Eagles are picked to win the East. AFC North order of finish. Eagles more likely to get 1, yes. 2-2 the count. Order of finish, I got Ravens. 2-2 in the dirt, full count. Ravens, I gotta be honest, I'm not confident with the Bengals defense right now. So I'm going to Ravens. I'm not confident on Rodgers. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. NFC South, I'm going Bucks, Panthers, Falcons, Saints. Get 2 race into right field. 3-2, right to the shortstop. Win with a diving play. Low throw, but picked up at first by Burleson. Had to work on that one. But makes the play again. Burleson at first for the injured Contreras. The Pirates go down. 3 up, 3 down. Thanks to the double play and the nice play there by Win. We go top 5. Still no score in this one. Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks. Yep, I go with that. How's it going, Bobby? Thoughts on the Steelers trade? I like it for the Dolphins more. I like it for the Dolphins a lot more. Jets or Browns? Would be bigger shock? Jets. Jets would be bigger shock to me. Marlins and Braves? Marlins. I'm going Marlins on that one. Eagles, Commies, Giants, Cowboys? Yep, I'm going with that. It'd be a bigger shock for the Jets because at least the Browns' rookie quarterback could potentially surprise. Jets, we know what Justin Fields can do. I don't see the Jets win the division. Oh, Drew, that's why I didn't see that. Didn't see that. Jags make divisional. That is pretty bold. I'm going to say bonus rating is an 8. 8 on that with the boldness rating. But I hope you're right. I hope it's right. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. This episode on the channel. Any donation, get your question right away. Counts double to where you make the call. I'm going Bucks, Panthers, Falcons, Saints. I flip-flop Panthers and Falcons. I'm not sold on the Falcons at all. And then Saints are obviously dead last. Will the Jags need to be contenders? I think block better. Interior needs to be a lot better. Interior of the line needs to be a lot better. West, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. I would agree with that. Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans. I would go with that, yes. I would go with that. Chance Browns making the playoffs. 5%. 5%. Skeen's out there for 5th inning of work already on 75 pitches. Scott up to bat in the leadoff spot. Straight to miss. 0-1. Spurs went southwest. That's bold. Because the Rockets are really good. Shot foul 0-2. Yeah, that's definitely with the Jags. Yep. 0-2 the count. I'll pick it up eventually. It's going to be tough. Weird single by Anthony Richardson Sr. I did not see that. I did not see that. Bills, Pats, Fins, Jets. I would go with that, yes. I would. 1-2 the count. You have 67% odds on the Jags making the playoffs. That's insane. No. No. Odds are 20%. Odds are 20%. Which roster is worse? 0-17 is worse. No, Jags making the playoffs. It's not a 2/3 chance. No chance on that. 1-2 to Scott. Downstairs 2-2. Wizards in the Southwest. I would lose my mind. Wild cards next year. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Bengals. And give me the Broncos. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Scott goes down on the splitter. Third time through the order now. Wait, I believe in the wide receiver duo. I just don't believe in the team. So there's a difference. I believe in Thomas and Hunter. I don't believe in the team. How far are the Chargers make in 2010 if the special teams wasn't terrible? I would say they'd make it to the conference championship. Paying $9K on a Jets Saints Super Bowl. You'd rather be the richest person in the world, or in all likelihood $9,000 lighter. Inside 01. No, you're not wrong. NKC, you're not wrong. I like BTJ and Hunter a lot. A wide receiver duo doesn't make a team good. A wide receiver duo. No, Bills make it as a Bills make it as a division winner. 1-1 the count. Like, it's almost like, look, Chase Higgins, wow. Jamar Chase T. Higgins was the best receiver duo in football last year. They didn't make the playoffs. Just because you have a good receiver duo doesn't mean you're going to make the playoffs. There's still a lot of holes that the Jaguars have. Fly ball, center field. Underneath it, on the 1-1 count, is O'Neal Cruz for the second out. $1 on Chiefs Eagles. There you go. One measly dollar. Gonna bet $200 on Jags making the playoffs? Bet responsibly, at least. Who's dirtier, Vontaze Burfict or Bill Romanowski? They're both pretty dirty. I'd say Romanowski by a hair. By a hair, Romanowski. Whoever's second in the North is the last wildcard in the AFC? Yes, I would. I have to find... Yes. I would not bet $9K on that matchup. Win up to bat. First pitch in there for a cold strike. 0-1. But, I love the receiver duo of the Jaguars have. Just there's a lot of question marks. That's the one thing I'm not worried about is that receiver duo. 0-1. Win. Sweeper just misses, apparently. 1-1. Pistons win the Central? I think they do. Yes, I think they do. Bengals are dysfunctional. Jags aren't anymore. I mean, it's still too early. We're still bad until we're not. But I do see a vision, at least, with this team for the first time in forever. 1-1. Win. Swing and a miss on the sweeper. 1-2. Oh, yeah, NFC wildcards. I'm going to go on that one. I think Commanders fall off a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I think Commanders fall off. I'm going Lions. I'm going to go Niners, and I'm going with the Bears. 10K on Hunter winning Super Bowl MVP. Can you imagine? Yeah, Thielen needs to stay healthy. O-line needs to block better. Secondary outside. No, Cisco was dog water. Cisco was dog water last year. Let's call it. Cisco was awful. He's not on the team anymore, thank God. He's on the Jets. Chance to do everything a disaster this year? I'm going to say 40%. Go 40. 20% chance they're great. 40% chance it blows up. 40% chance 9-8. As always. That's fair, Nick. That's definitely fair. I think Romanowski since were worse, but it was more accepted. 2-2 win. Pops it up. Drifting foul, but in play. Horwitz makes it in foul ground. 3 up, 3 down. Skeens 87 pitches through 5 innings. No runs yet for either side. He'll face the heart of the order when we get back. Yeah, secondary was crap, but Ronald Darby's no longer there, thank God. Tyson Campbell, hopefully he plays fair. Jordan Lewis is a good addition. Obviously, Travis Hunter. I'm not crazy about Murray at safety. Dirtiest Cowboy of all time? Dirtiest Cowboy of all time. I don't know. You know, Larry Allen got, some criticism for how he played. Obviously, Michael Irvin with the whole knife incident. Jags record, everything goes right. 12-5. If everything goes right, 12-5. Commies get last one over the Bears. I just don't think they improved a lot this offseason. I don't think they improved that much. Shanahan finally lose for the AFC Championship. I think he will, yeah. I think divisional. If they make it, I think divisional, potentially. Yeah, appreciate all you guys doing. If you like my stuff, accept the like button, subscribe, post the channel, ton. Again, I donation, get your question right away. I was just going to see him. Yeah, if Hunter wins both, I could see it happening. I wonder if you could bet on that. I wonder if you can bet on that. Because you can bet Rookie of the Year, obviously. So his odds to win... Okay. If you bet on him to win either, it's plus 320. You bet on him to win offensive, it's plus 800. You bet on him to win defensive, it's plus 1,000. You bet on him to win both, it's plus 5,000. So it's plus 5... It's basically, they're saying 50-1 odds. While Matthew scores less without Marner on his line. I think at first, and then we'll get going. Chance to everything in last place, and then if I'm right, well, so yes, I will. So it's been in last place with the Browns in that division, like 8%. Cubs on TBS, all right. Most of the playoffs, I don't think so. I think they're a bit too far back, but they're playing good ball as of late. Playing good ball, can't deny that. Saw it firsthand. First pitch to Cruz, 5-6-7 errors due up here. Misses outside, 1-0 the count. But absolutely on that one, absolutely. Yeah, so Hunter, it's plus 5,000 to win both. Plus 320 to win either or. That one misses downstairs 2-0. 51 sounds too low. Well, that's to win both. That's to win both. To win one, it's 3-1. To win one of them, it's 3-1. To win both of them, it's 50-1. The cross-flexing Broncos Vikings. When did that cross-flexing disappear? As that one in there for a call strike 2-1. Cross-flexing, I think it was right around that time. Ferguson's one about to pin me off for the Pirates, so Skeens might be done for 5 innings. Browns are that bad? Yes, I do. Cardinals make the playoffs, 30%. How'd he die? No cause of death. There was no cause of death given. So I don't know. I know his dad died young, too. His dad died around that same age, so maybe it's someone genetic, I should say. 3-1. Cruz rips into right field, but lines straight to Hampson out there for the first out. I'll send Hayes up to bat. Pirates just 1 hit so far on Palante. Yeah, cross-flexing right around like the mid-2010s. It started to be like, it's kind of a free-for-all at this point. Browns making it 60. Browns, I don't think they'll be 500. Too many holes. Got Palante look like skins on the mount. Yep. And Palante didn't have a good month in June. He had like a 5 ERA in June. First pitch outside, 1-0. Maybe a family history. Yeah, I don't know. Because his dad died a year after he got into the NFL. Oliver's son played for Southern Illinois. Last played in 23. So it's about a year after that would have been. Shallow left field on the fly ball. Underneath it for the second out is Newbar. 2 out. I'd be very surprised if they're 500. I'll put it this way. If the Browns finish 500, one of 3 things will happen. Either Myles Garrett wins Defensive Player of the Year, Joe Flacco makes his first ever Pro Bowl, or Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel win Rookie of the Year. No, it's Sunday get drafted. First pitch outside, 1-0. I just think they have a lot of holes in KC. That's all it is. Just think they have a lot of holes. It's possible, but they have a lot of holes. My mindset with the Jaguars is they're bad until they're not. I've been burned too many times with this team. I've seen my team make the playoffs twice since I graduated elementary school. I've seen my team, the most wins I've seen in a season with the Jaguars since I graduated elementary school is 10. 2-0 the count. And every quarterback pretty much had to die for that to happen. Like, the Jaguars played some crap quarterbacks in 2017. So, I'll believe it when I see it. It's one of those things. 2-0. Pham into right center, and diving to make the play out in center field is Scott for the third out. Nice job there. Maybe saved extra bases. We go top 6. Still no score in this one. Cardinals bats struggling as of late. Again, they got shut out in 3 of their last 6 games. Shut out this entire series. But, despite having no runs themselves, they haven't allowed a run. Palante playing very well. Vikings lines respect. Yes, I am. Find a breakout starter for agent. I would be surprised by that. I'd be very surprised by that. Panthers, defensively, they're not. They didn't, defensively, I'm not crazy about the Panthers. That's all it comes down to. They kept their same defensive coordinator after allowed 500 points. That's all it comes down to. And Bryce Young, I still have my questions about him. He still has his limitations with his arm strength and whatnot. You have Jags fan trauma, I have Bears fan trauma. Yep, trauma definitely. I feel like there's a spectrum of teams. I feel like it's a spectrum of, as a fan, the less invested you are, the better you think your team is. And the more invested you are, you wait for the bomb to crash. DTR should be QB1. He's not on the team anymore. DTR's on the Eagles at this point. Well, we get next game for each team starting 21. Money. They wanted the money. Because they're going to go to 18 soon. You flip Packers and Bears and Vikings and Lions. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, I just believe a lot of McCarthy for what I saw in the preseason last year. Johnson, best Bears head coach since Ditka. Not a high bar, but I think you're going to be right on that. You know, DTR, if you mean QB1 over Hurts, that'd be insane. That would be insane. Exactly for the Marlins is you're for the Jags. Yep, they're bad until they're not. 150 games to make the regular season more fun. I'm fine with the regular season the way it is. I'm fine with the way it is. 162 is a good number. It's been away for a while. Stub my toe. I'm fine with it. I am fine with 162. When does 18 happen? I think 27 is going to happen. I think 2027 is when it's going to happen. So Skeens is done, by the way. Skeens is out after 88 pitches. They will not have him go with 6th, oddly enough. Now he's gone 100 quite a few times this year. He's gone high 90s a lot of times. He's on 88. He's not allowed to run. So no decision for him, as is tradition, against no run support. I should note for Skeens, in his last 6 games, the run support 0, 1, 1, 8, but that was an extra innings. So it was 4 before that. 2, and now 0. Give it 17. I'm fine going to 18. Once you go past 18, it's like, okay, this might be a bit much. I'm fine with that. 1-1 the count to Burleson. And shall we go with the added games? Not crazy about it, but what sport ad skips next? Definitely NFL. Definitely the NFL. Right, 144 is never going to happen again. Yep, they want the money. Got a million reasons to support Bobby Nady. Absolutely. 4-3 on the out there. Burleson gets set down. Jeff with a 5. Appreciate you, man. When Skeens is pitching, always take the under. Good advice to live by. Good advice to live by. Appreciate you, Jeff. Which game do you want me to do for 4th of July? Do you want me to do Pirates, Mariners, Cardinals, Cubs, or Yankees, Mets? Appreciate you a ton, man. Yes, Skeens has had no run support. He has not gotten a win since the D-backs game on May 28th. So the last 2 months, he has won 1 game, which is insane. NFL 20 could happen. I think 20 is the max they would ever do. 0-1 the count to Hampson. Yeah, they would have scored at this point. I think so. I think so. They should not have sent the runner before. It was a bad send. We all knew it was a shallow left field. They should not have sent him back in the 4th. Football's fun because short makes it entertaining. Yeah, if you had too many, I think 18's fine. 20's going to be a lot. But I think anything past 20, you get dicey. Pirates, Mariners, appreciate it. Again, it counts as double. Every nation counts as double for you make the call. For this game, at least. So we're doing a little special. 0-2, goodbye. Hampson strikes out. His struggles on the season continue. 2 out. You 15-5? Yeah, that would be... Whew, that's a lot of games. 2 out. Gorman coming up. The home run Mariners? Well, it's probably... If it's home run Mariners, it's probably Raleigh. Going nuts. He should make the All-Star game. He better make it. He better win the fan vote. He better win that. That one, Chopper to second. Gorman, 4-3. So Ferguson needs just 7 pitches. The Cardinals, 15 innings this series, no runs for them. Blaine Gabbert's performance against the Browns, I was livid. I was livid about that backwards pass. That lost 15 yards. I was livid about that decision to throw it down by the goal line. Gabbert's awful. Gabbert is awful. And I never want to have to watch Blaine Gabbert play again. If you like what you see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. We try and grow this community even more. Yeah, 15 straight scores for the Cards. Yep. Preseason dumb decisions. It has to impact the regular season. For a preseason dumb decision, it has to impact the regular season. So what I mean by that is Mark Sanchez playing behind a fourth-string offensive line in the third quarter of the preseason game against the Giants and getting hurt as a result, dumb decision. But no, preseason games, you evaluate that very differently. Preseason games, a lot of it is it's about evaluation. So I'm not going to criticize dumb decisions like why is the clock running? Like, why is it doing that? But, like, if let's say the Dolphins decide to have Tua play the entire game in a preseason game, and you have the fifth-string offensive line back there, and Tua gets hurt, that's a dumb decision. So it depends, basically. Dumb decisions for preseason. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, the Mark Sanchez thing actually happened. 2013? Yeah, I think 2013. Shot right next to Patrick Davis. Which quarterback was so bad they were good? Kim McQuilkin. Yeah, Mark Sanchez thing happened. Never heard Alvaro Gibson or Glenn Other one. Yeah, I feel like he's one of those guys that if you didn't watch football back then, you wouldn't have heard of him. You wouldn't have heard of him. So I'm glad I was able to find that story with him. Did I do a video? No, I didn't do a video on that because I didn't have the channel back then. And that's also very well known. Among Jets fans, that is extremely well known. That was like, it would have to be a huge video because like the whole QB controversy with the Jets is like, it was messy. I'll put it that way. It was very messy. It's a messy situation with the Jets that year. And then for a called strike 0-1 to IKF. Yeah, Cleveland and Troy more compelling cases than Houston. Yep. It's a bummer because I want the comments back. Nice knuckle curve there, 0-2. Palante on just 65 pitches for the first 16 outs. There's only one over the minimum so far. Pitching very sharp after an ERA hovering around 5 in June. 20, I'm not sure it'll be a disaster. I don't think 20 will be a disaster, but I think that's definitely pushing it. 20 is the max. We've seen expanded seasons for other spring leagues before. The USFL, the WFL. We didn't really see a rise in injuries. Yeah, they're in the 7th. Yep, they're actually bottom 7. Twins Marlins is actually bottom 7 right now. 1-2 the count. Quick moving game. Downstairs 2-2. Team goes for 2. It doesn't make sense. The preseason might just feel they wanted to practice 2-point program plays. Yeah, and also remember there's no overtime in preseason. Next 7 decisions, not sure yet. Have I ever done preseason? No, I've never done preseason one. Well, no, preseason you're just experimenting with stuff. You're experimenting with stuff in the preseason. I think the only time I would say dumb decision is if you're doing a trick play. That one just missed on the full count. The NBA season is very long, I will say. NBA. Red Sox came in a weather relay. It's been that way for like the last 30 minutes, yeah. Like, if you're using a trick play in preseason, like, why would you burn that? Why'd you put that on film here? 3-2. Fouled off the catcher. We took a shot on that one. Kelly with a tour. Pretty sure, man, I know which game you want. Old-fashioned pitchers, so I love it. LB ties. LB ties, you would definitely see, I think, fewer bullpen guys go. You have more. I think you have more bats than bullpen arms at this point. If that makes sense. Hopefully, pause is okay. Let's see the based on my predictions. Okay, my bracket. 1 the Bills. 2 the Chiefs. 3 Ravens. 4 Texans. 5 Chargers. 6 Bengals. 7 Broncos. Take the Chiefs. Take the Ravens. Actually, no, take the Bengals. Take the Bengals, actually. Take the Bengals, and then take the Chargers. Then you got Chargers against the Chiefs. I'll take the Chiefs. Bengals against the Bills. I'll take the Bills. Bills, Chiefs, I think this time, I think the Bills win. Brazil starts Spoon Double starts tomorrow, so that's back-to-back days now. Wow. Which of my parents' episode made me laugh and go, why would I do that? Oh, by far, the Zeke at center. What's that for? Just something out. Basically, I reset the clock every time there's a donation. You remember getting mad about preseason game? Yeah. That, basically, he was furious that they lost the preseason game, and his coaches had to rein him in. 3-2. IKF to third. 5. Low throw. 1 hopper, but nice scoop there by Burleson for the second out. Third time through now. Horwitz coming up. Right, then NFC. I was getting to that. But Palante, Second time through the order this year. Has been struggling. A 352 on base percentage, but nothing doing there. Trace would have been injured if the season was shortened. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't think it helped. I don't think you need AI to realize, hey, the longer the season goes on, the more wear and tear on the body. One other count. Now, NFC, I would say... One, see the Rams. Preseason controversy? Yeah. Yeah, not dumb decisions, but definitely tons of training camp and preseason videos, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did a video on the Jets back in 97. They had a punter. He was in a competition, won the job, and then he got cut 2 days later, and they brought back the punter. Nightmare Super matchup, Texans against the... Probably go Texans against the Cowboys. Good team will expand preseason. It gives any indication. I think it depends. I don't think it's a one-size-fits-all model. I don't think it's one-size-fits-all. Depends on what the issue is. Depends on how much the stars are playing, if someone looks out of shape and whatnot. Yeah, they would lose money. That's why they wouldn't do it. And that means the players would lose money, so that's why they wouldn't agree to it. 1-2 the count. So I'll go 1 Rams, 2 Eagles, 3 Vikings, 4 Bucks, 5 Lions, 6 Niners, 7 Bears. Eagles beat the Bears. 1-2. Horowitz outside, 2-2 on the slider. How far can Palante go is the question. In Palante this season, most pitches he's thrown in a game is 100. He's never gone higher than 7 1/3 this season, but pitch count pretty low right now. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Horowitz goes down the 4-seamer. Just 1 over the minimum after 6. We got a pitcher's duel here, folks. No runs. We go top 7. Why no Commanders? I don't think they improved a lot this offseason. I think Daniels will take a slight step back. Ability to play in your health or money when you get paid a lot anyway? Money talks. Like the Jets to play 2 games in 3 days? No chance. No chance on that. They would cancel the game at that point. They would cancel the preseason game. There's no way we're going to see 2 games in 3 days. No way. Maybe 2 and 4, but never 2 and 3. The PA would throw a fit. The PA would throw a fit with that. So let me see. Eagles would win over the Bears. I'd take the Niners over the Vikings, and I would take the Lions over the Bucks. Rams beat the Niners. Eagles beat the Lions. Rams beat the Eagles. And then Bills, Rams, Super Bowl. That's how I get there. That's how I get there right now. That's how I get there. I'm pretty sure I'll get started. We're not doing overtime tonight. Just keep that in mind because I'm going to the game straight after this is done. So just keep that in mind. We're not doing OT. Vikings beat Niners. Who's been saving not become the Niners lately? True, but again, Vikings in the playoffs. It's like, do I trust it? I'm not sure. Regular season short, see less load management. Or at least just get rid of back-to-backs. Just get rid of back-to-backs. 2 games in 3 days. Regular season, no chance. No chance. 2 and 4 is the most I could see. But, I mean, 2 and 5, people hate that. 2 and 3, no chance. Injuries would get insane. Injuries would just get insane. Dolphins play Thursday, week 3 at Bills, where Hurricane hits Miami the day of the week 2 game against New England. What do you do, Commissioner? What do you do? Do you know the Hurricane's coming? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you're right on that. My bad. Forgot it. Regular season going to be canceled? Back in the 40s, yeah. No, back in the day they did. Yeah, back in the day, like, I did a video back in the 20s. There was a game that got canceled because of snow. Now, there are games that got canceled due to natural disaster, but not in the modern era. Who wins Bills? Rams? I got Bills. Not in the modern era. Dolphins play Monday and Thursday? I don't recall that. Ferguson out there for another inning of work. 0-1 the count. I don't recall that. Ferguson last time he pitched was 2 innings. So we know we can go multiple innings in relief. It's been very sharp as of late. He went 1-2-3 the last time up. So last 17 games, 1 run allowed, a .5 ERA, and that's going down after that last inning. Tornado cancel a game today? It can. We just haven't seen it happen. 1-2. I think, well, yeah, so by Tuesday that week, you know. Okay, so wait, you know? Yeah, so I was going to say you flip-flop the dates. Patriots game is moved. Week 2 is now in New England. That's what happens. That's what happens. 2 to the count. That's what I was going to say. Do you know the Hurricane's coming? Because then you flip-flop the dates. That's actually pretty easy. They've done that before. Dolphins Patriots, 1992. They were trying to do that. No, that looked out, Summer. That looked out. I saw it. That looked out. That looked like it was out. But Tornadoes can absolutely cancel games. We just haven't seen it. So a lot of these teams play in places where tornadoes don't really happen. But if it did, they would tell everyone duck for cover. 2-2. Fermin. Shallow left field. Left center. Everyone converging on. Drop the ball. Gonzalez drops it. No communication. And in with extra bases. No communication there. Gonzalez drops the ball. Like divisional game, the ALDS. They do not. No, they do not. But the Ravens aren't at home that day, so I don't think that would apply. Christmas fell on Tuesday. Was week 16. That'd be the end of week 16. Definitely the end of week 16. 100% end of week 16. They played Tuesday night before. That's not an issue. So that will go down as, I believe, a base hit. We're going to call that a hit. Nuke bar coming up. We could have got 3 good matchups, so we got 1 really bad one. Ooh. Nuke bar first pitch in there for a called strike 0-1. Or semi-scuttle. Yep. Yeah, the Ravens, I don't think there's a conflict with the Ravens that day. Mariners, there is. And I think with the Ravens, at least you could play the game at 1 o'clock and have it work that way. You can't do that with Seattle because it'd be a 4 o'clock Eastern start. So, I don't remember the specifics, but there was something with that. Heavy thunderstorm, it would get postponed. It would get delayed a little bit, but it wouldn't get canceled. 1-1, Nuke bar. Chops it foul, 1-2. WU member for 21 months now. Appreciate you, man. That's about as I'm used to. There you go. Defensive mishap there. Yeah, baseball version of Super Bowl 53. 3 good matchups, got 1 really bad one. I might go 2012. I might go 2012 on that one. 1-2. Nuke bar grounder to short. Runner advances to third. Thought about going to third, but decides wisely to go to first instead. But the go-ahead run is 90 feet from scoring. Putting team Sunday and Wednesday. I can't see that happening, but it wouldn't shock me at some point. Video about the Ravens could open the season? Not yet, no. It's a bit too well known. At some point, we'll do it. We'll do it at some point, but not anytime soon. It's too well known. It's too well known, so probably not. Paz coming up. Ferguson, most pitches he's thrown in outing this season, 30. So it's 17 right now. Right, they did discuss it that, yes. They did discuss just doing the playoffs wackadoodle style and going Wednesday, Sunday, Thursday, like just fitting everything in before January 27th. Could I see it happening? No, because they probably just play Saturday instead. I think Tuesday Night Football will happen at some point. I think Tuesday night will happen. Now it's with the Rams. Do they win? I think the Bengals win that one. Check swing. Paz, did he go? He did not. 1-0. I think Tuesday night's going to happen. Yeah, I just say taxpayer-funded stadiums. Emily and the kids go to a fake thunderstorm? Or delayed because of it? In there for a strike 1-1. No. No, because there's a radar. There's a radar. If it's 10 miles, within 10 miles, they'll get alerted. So it always happens. It always happens. 1-1. It's not like it's like a weather report where it's like, okay, it might thunderstorm during this time, so we're not going to play the game just yet. They'll give it 10 miles. Yeah, Tuesday football is a thing. Yeah, I think it's going to happen at some point. I say one nice thing about Vince McMahon, he built an empire. He changed the game. The XFL wasn't a bad idea. 1-1, Paz fouls it off 1-2. But the Tuesday night, I think, will happen at some point. I think the MLB's going to see dollar signs and be like, ooh, Tuesday night, this actually, the gap between Tuesday to Sunday is not too bad. We've done it many times before. Sunday to Thursday is worse. Tuesday night, why not? In the dirt, 2-2. So I can definitely see that. One major league was to fold. Of the 4? I don't think any of them are folding. I guess that NHL, but I don't see them folding. 2-2, straight a miss. So Paz goes down. Runner stays at third. Still stranded there with Scott coming up. It was delayed a week or days in advance, so we announced it. No, they would never do that. No, they would never do that. Weather report, you only adjust with a weather report if it's like a hurricane. Thunderstorm, no. Thunderstorm, because you know it's going to pass. And a thunderstorm, check swing, did Scott go upstairs? I think he held up. 1-0. Yeah, Mike Brown is super cheap. I mean, the whole Shamar Stewart thing's a joke. Just give the man what literally every other pick has gotten. Don't punish him because of what Burden did. I love the most raw prospect is not participating in camp because the Bengals are being cheapskates about it. 1-0. Almost hits Scott. It's a duck out of the way of that one. 2-0. Donovan, the on-deck circle. Scott can get on here. Can you figure this to be Ferguson's last out trying to get recorded? That's happening again? Yes. Yeah, Hurricanes have done stuff before, but Thunderstorms want to know. They're never going to do that. Basically, they'll play the game. 2-0. Up the middle. Shortstop covers. Gets it out. Nice job there by IKF. It's a slow-moving ball. Didn't know if that was gonna beat it out because Scott is super fast. Some beat out a play before, but he does. And we will go bottom 7. Still no score here, as it is time to stretch. Let's go out to the ball game, folks. Here we go. All right. Figured in Pittsburgh, why the heck not? First pitch, 1-0 the count to McCutcheon. McCutcheon, Reynolds, Gonzalez due up here. How much issue would have been if the league postponed Cowboys Steelers to a later time during the week due to the thunderstorm delay? Would have destroyed the ratings. Would destroy the ratings. Would not have been good. 1-1 the count. Yeah, go. Fixture prevails there. Fixture prevails there. You're lucky the game is a commercial break. Yep. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, commercial break, we're fine. That's why we do it. I mean, 7 innings stretch. That's why we do it. Slider misses outside 2-1. Palante, 78 pitches. Still no runs. The Cardinals have not scored a run this series. They got shut out the last 2 games against the Cubs. Shut out yesterday. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we don't know either. Yep, pretty much. Downstairs 3-1. Won't delay till something actually happens. Yep. They will not. Okay, we're not, although Myers gets some more there. We're not doing overtime tonight. Just keep that in mind. I'm going straight to the game after this is done. 3-1. McCutchen outside. 5-pitch walk. Leadoff man gets on board. It's Palante now in 80 pitches. How much longer will he go? Good job, Bobby. Good job. So the rain is coming down in the Braves game, it looks like. As well. Cubs, 3-0 in that one. North turn of the NBA, I would say... Ooh, man. Oh, what, maybe D'Antoni? You could go with D'Antoni on that one. The NFL canceled game because the formula was clear in the 1920s? Not that I know of. They've canceled games in the 20s, but the 20s were weird. No one knew what was going on in the 20s. We're all just figuring it out. You could cancel a game because of money. 4-0 Cubs. 0-2 the count. North turn Major League Baseball. North turn of the majors. Bud Black. Definitely Bud Black, actually. Bud Black. Bud Black is the North Turner of the majors. 0-2 the count. Yeah, but Canada. Fouled off. You rang Indians, baby. You rang Indians. Oh, 2. Your guards are in trouble. The whole AL Central's in trouble outside the Tigers. Outside the Tigers, there is not a single good thing you can say about the AL Central right now. It's a mess. Every team is a mess in the Central outside the Tigers. 0-2 to Reynolds. He's 0 for 2 today. He'll rip that one just foul down the first baseline. Again, Reynolds right now riding an 8-game hitting streak. Anyway, we have a new video dropping tomorrow, going back to the 1960s on this one. Haven't seen today's video on Oliver Gibson, the late great defensive tackle, who just passed away on Sunday. Click that link above. Talk about just how insane he was. In terms of he did everything. You know, I like this setup for the NFL. I'm going to keep this setup. This is going to be a permanent setup for the NFL, except for when teams are playing. Obviously, when teams are playing, we swap them out. 0-2. That pitch just misses upstairs. 1-2. Yeah, Cole was excited to work with Bear Lake North Turn. If you know, you know. Yep. See, we go AFC, NFC, and then division. Each by division. It's going to become a standings tracker during the season. But obviously, during the games, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, it will be the teams that are playing. Tricked by Centel? No. No. Just... No, I never get tricked by Centel. It's right a mess. Because here's why. Number one, I have notifications turned on for reporters that I believe in. So if I know reporters verifiable and whatnot, I never get tricked by any of these parody accounts because I have notifications turned on. So anytime Schefter tweets something or Rap tweets something, I have it. I don't scroll Twitter. I'm like, oh, I got fooled by this. Number two, you just mute them. You mute the parody accounts. You just put them on mute. Outside 1-0. Most undeserving shutout in history. It's not a shutout. It's not a shutout. You only get the shove if you go all 9 innings. NFL stops the trade, but everything's fine. The NFL says no. They veto a trade. Chop to third. 5-4. He's safe. Fielder's choice. Gonzalez gets the ball with fielder's choice. Funniest thing to see in the chat. Oh, the funniest? I don't know funniest, but when we were, the betting situation last year with USA France. Right, standings tracker. If you do MLB or college football, I would just stream the teams playing. Yep. Well, college football, I don't have. It's a bunch of random helmets, so I can't do standings for college football. It's a bunch of random helmets. But NFL, 2-0 Marlins. Meanwhile, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, some of the teams playing, and just those helmets, and then obviously Tuesday, Wednesday, and whatnot. Skeens goes in the. He's been pulled. Skeens was yanked after the 5th. Skeens was yanked after the 5th. Ferguson went the last 2 innings. 1-0 the count. Inside. Ferguson went the last 2. Skeens is done. Skeens is literally done. He got a no decision today. Yeah, the NFL, with the trade. Yeah, I was getting to that. 1-0 the count. Just wait until after this batter. 1-0. Downstairs 2-0. Yeah, so it sort of happened. Elvis Stewartville's the closest thing to that, I guess. Elvis Stewartville's the closest thing to that. Where Dumerville was, there was a fax machine issue with the Broncos Ravens. There was also contracts. They voided contracts for Rick Myrer had a contract that the NFL said, yeah, no, this is not going to work. He had a contract that had an end of the world clause in it. And the NFL was like, this is stupid. Yeah, you got to figure out a new contract. Because this won't work. Magic called some flack for the Juneteenth celebration. I can see why. Apparently that hit the zone too. I didn't think that hit the zone. Yeah, that bang story was... Yeah, that was insane. Hey, videos on this? Rick Meyer, End of the World? I don't think there's a video on that, but it's a bit well known. The Dumerville fax machine. Fax machine, yeah. No night streams till the weekend. It's the best way home. Yep. I'm gonna do overtime tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern time. I might do something after I get back from the game tomorrow as well. I'm not sure. So I might do 2 separate streams after the game. But Thursday night, nothing. Friday night, nothing. Enjoy the 4th. Saturday. Do they play? I know Saturday. I think it's an afternoon game. So yeah, Saturday night we should be good. I think it's an afternoon game. And Sunday, obviously, yes. Okay, am I attending Diamondbacks? I'm going to all the D-backs games this week. D-backs play Saturday in the afternoon. So yeah, we'll do a night stream. Yep. Full count here to Cruz. Chopped to short. 6-3. You figure that's it for Palante. 94 pitches, 7 innings. Was it home during the evening hours? Depends. Usually, Monday through Thursday, they've always played 6:40, unless it's getaway day. If it's getaway day, they will play at 1 o'clock. They'll play at 12:40. But Friday they play at 6:40. Saturday's 5:10 usually, and Sunday's 1:10. That's usually how it goes. Hayes up to bat here for the Pirates when we go bottom 8. Still no runs this game for either side. Metallica on Sunday. I know Metallica is incredible live. Do they play Sandman? D-backs Superheroes the show. I do. I have some autographed bats that I got. I have a D-backs rally towel. I got this one at hang on, this one right here in my office. I've got this. I have to hang the bats up. This one's from the World Series run. Favorite song from a Canadian singer or musician? Man, so many to pick from. What do I pick on that one? Man? I mean, Bryan Adams is great. I do like a lot of Bieber's songs. Similar at the end, nice. You got the good set. Now it's 2-0 Marlins. Celine Dion, you can't go wrong with her. I think I gotta go. It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion. I think favorite song from a Canadian singer or musician. There are a lot of good options. But I'm going to go with It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion. New pitcher in meanwhile for the Pirates. Mattson coming in. You don't get sent to their ever real headlines to make you go. Yes, many times. Many times there are headlines where I'm like, there's no way that's real. There are many times. Usually seeking to stories close some of this time. They play this time out for Sandman, which, yeah, can't complain about that. Do they play Lulu? Did they play anything off Lulu? I Am the Table? Please tell me they played I Am the Table. For every home run that happens, well, I'm going to have firework animations? Probably not. Probably not. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. 0-1 the count. Donovan, Win, Burleson, you up here. What was the end of the world clause? Basically, there was some crap incentives in there that was like, as long as he threw for like 1 yard, he got like money. And one of the things that was in there was that this contract is valid even if the world ends. Even if the world somehow ends during this, the contract is still valid. It was clearly like, it was like, ooh. 1-2 the count. Play frantic, tick, tick, tick off Sanger. I would pay money to see them play I'm the Table live. Well, Canadian American singer performed the national anthem during Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. Wait, what? During Game 7? Wait, it didn't go 7. Favorite NFL tradition? Ooh, yeah, Rush is great. I do like Rush with the animation for Tom Sawyer. It's incredible. Stern's gone if they miss gloves. Yes, I think so. 2-2 in the dirt. 3-2 on the changeup. Favorite NFL tradition? I would say Sweet Home Alabama being played after Jaguar games when they win because it means we won. Favorite tradition? I like the skull chant. I like the skull. How many games do I make a week on average? I don't know about a week because obviously like the Skittle's always weird, but 3-2 outside. Donovan with a leadoff walk gets on board. I would say I make it to about like 35 a year. It's about 35 a year. During football season, it's a lot tougher. Like, obviously, weekend games during football season, no-go. Definitely a no-go there. Madsen, pretty sharp this season. Last 10 games, he's allowed no runs in 9 of them. First switch in there for a strike, 0-1 to win. He's 1 for 3 today. He's got a 1.32 area his last 10 games. Been the longest in my app. Wow. I love the Tom Sawyer, like, flowing down the river on a raft with a black guy. That's the wrong book, Cartman. Any terrible towels? No, I do not. I don't have terrible towels. I'm not a Steelers fan. I don't own a terrible towel. The Jaguars don't really have a good history of a terrible towel. The Jaguars... I feel like touching the towel for a Jaguars fan is bad luck, based on previous experiences. 1-1 to win. That one fouled off 1-2. It's funny, we called Cardinals Pirates earlier this year. It went extra innings. Oh, 2024. Who performed? Alessia Cara? I don't know. I don't know if she's Canadian. I know Alessia Cara played at the Grey Cup, so I'm just going with that. Increase into the park home runs, make it 400 feet and 450. Well, that would limit offense tremendously. Also, you have to reconfigure every ballpark, which would cost a lot of money. The seats would get worse. The sightlines would get worse. That's the last thing they would do. No, that would be awful. That would be awful. She's Canadian? All right. I'm going to Alessia Cara on that one. 1-2. Shot foul. I feel like it's a pretty good guess. Play live in 2011 for the 30th anniversary. Gotta love it. I appreciate you guys tuning in. 1-2 the count. Okay, we're not doing overtime tonight. I'm heading straight to the ballpark after this. It was a lot more. She did in 2024. Wow, good for her. I didn't realize it was lots more set. She's got some bangers too. You missed the Jaguars matchup. I love those. Oh man, that was fun. Hits off the side, comes back and Parkinson played. That's dumb. No, absolutely not on that. Absolutely not. So if it hits off the signage, hits off the scoreboard and goes back into play, it's not a home run. If it's 50 feet shorter, it is. 1-2. Win. Pops it up. Right to third. And making the play is Hayes for the first down. My lead figure is always reported my own comments. I've had that happen before. Missed the Jaguars Steelers matchup. Yeah, Fournette running out the clock into a long touchdown. Jags started getting confused while he catches a wide open pass. Oh, man. Those games were fun. Bortles winning a game despite... He was in the second half of that game. The second half of that game, by the way. The game they won 30-9. Bortles was 0 for 1 in the second half. Literally 0 for 1. They didn't complete a pass in the second half. They won that game. They were trailing at the time, too. They were trailing entering the half. Thoughts on McAfee blasting Canada for booing the American anthem when WWE played both anthems before pay-per-view in Toronto? I'm never crazy about booing an anthem, period. Thoughts on while returning? I don't get it. He was not good before he retired. I don't know how this move makes a lot of sense. I don't know why the Dolphins give it what they did. 0-2 the count. A fan catches home run. They have to throw the ball back and play to the outfielders. Well, that'll be a problem. That could be a problem. Because it's a fine throw. Like in that case, I would just lob it. Like, or does it benefit my team, or does it benefit my team or not? Then you don't want fans throwing projectiles and whatnot. 1-2 the count, or 0-2 I should say. You don't want fans throwing objects on the field, so I don't think that's gonna work. You threw 2 pick sixes. That was great. It was so much fun that game. 0-2. Burleson into left field and caught. Prevent that from going into the gap. Is Tommy Pham. Runner retreats back to first for the second out. Right, it's not like you only have one ball. Yep. What stinks, though, is that nowadays, if a bat goes into the stands, you have to return it, which I hate. I think you should be able to keep the bat. There was a fan who caught a bat, and he had to return the bat. I'm like, I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday. A fan caught a bat, and they had to return the bat. And I'm like, really? I think if the bat goes into the stand, I think you should be able to keep that. I think anything goes into the stand, you should be able to keep it. Hampson up to bat. And he's the right fielder. Contreras got hit on the wrist earlier in the fourth, so Hampson coming in the fourth spot. Down for a ball 1-0. You're not wrong. Garrett Hampson. It has not been a good season for him in just about every way. Since coming to the Cardinals, he's got 2 hits. He has been struggling tremendously as of late. Hitting just 133 over his last 11 games. Not including his out earlier. Bathroom Retriever Dogs? I have no idea what those are. 2-0 the count. Foul off 2-0. No, it wasn't broken bat. It wasn't a broken bat. How do you throw a bat into the stands? Oh, that's easy. That's easy. You swing and you miss. You swing and miss. You swing so hard, you swing out of your shoes and the bat goes into the stands. I've seen it happen. It happened yesterday. You swing so hard, you go out of your shoes. It wasn't a broken bat. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. No, it's more common than you think. It's not like he struck out and then in anger threw it into the stands. It was like he swung and he swung hard but didn't make contact. Marlins win 2-0. Marlins get their 8th straight win. And don't look now, but the fish are hot. 8 straight. 2-2 the count meanwhile to Hampson. Outside slider, full count. Oh, the bat retriever dogs? Oh, I was going to say bathroom retriever? I have no idea what those are. Oh, I think they're cute. I like the bat retriever dogs. I think they're adorable. 3-2. Runner's going to go. Hampson wanted sound upstairs. They messed around with the 9-hitter. And just like that, Cards have guys on first and second. With Nolan Gorman coming up. Mound visitors, Matson's on 23 pitches. Yeah, the way the camera focuses on the schedule plans to the late AB. Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Well, that was 2018. Yeah, that was what the heck happened there? I knew we were going to lose that game. The play calling by Hackett was terrible. The play calling was awful. Johnster with a 20. Whoo, let's go. Oh, let's go. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. $40 going to the Cubbies. Appreciate you a ton. Fact or fiction? WNBA can surpass MLS in the next 5 years. I think fact on that one. I'm going fact. I think MLS kind of blew it with the Apple TV deal. It's definitely not as big as it used to be for the average person because it's hard to keep track of. WNBA is growing. Women's college basketball is growing. Easier to follow. I think it can surpass, especially with expansion. I think it could. I think also the World Cup is going to be a big thing in 26. I think if the USA does very well in the World Cup, it's going to be a lot harder versus if they were a group stage exit. But I think it can surpass, yes. 2-0 the count. Appreciate you, man. Glass to put him in the outfield? No. Glass just put him in the... Okay, wait, hang on. Wait. Time out. We're going to put Glass in the outfield. And a home run, to be automatic, has to break the glass. Gorman into right center field. That is going to be caught. Covering a lot of ground there is Cruz. Cardinals have yet to score this series. They leave 2 on. Madison gets in a jam, but does his job afterwards. We go bottom 8. So, yeah, let's talk about the glass proposal. So, let's say a ball hits the glass and the glass breaks. Now you need to delay the game to break the glass. Keith with the 9er. Appreciate you, man. More Subway Series. All right. 18 on the Subway Series. And I need to add 40 to that. I just realized that. It's 40 on the Cubs. I just realized that. My bad. We got 18 more. We're going to double up Subway Series. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a ton, Keith. Let's go Subway Series. Easy enough. You got till July 3rd to vote on this one. July 3rd, so it's going to be a while. Okay, so yeah, so here's the thing for the glass. Then we have to delay the game to replace the glass. Also, you know how fans in the outfield that cannot see because their vision is blocked by glass. And then, if a home run hits the glass and breaks the glass, you have shards of glass raining down on the fans and scattered all over the place. You're going to have glass in people's beer. People are going to drink that and die, or they're going to have to get new beer, and they don't want that. People are going to get hit in the eye with glass. Why is that a good idea? I'm genuinely, to prevent fan interference, we're going to make it like a life or death situation. If you're in the outfield, you're in the first 2 rows in the outfield, you're going to die. You are going to watch out for glass. Like, you do realize people will die if you do that. There are going to be people, like babies will die. Fans will die. They will get glass right. Come on with a 250. Appreciate you, man. Get you on Subway Series. Okay, fans to be at least 50 feet back at an angle. So we're going to reduce capacity. We're going to reduce the capacity as well. And we're going to make the seats even further back than they already are, which is already pretty far back. They have to be seated at an angle. Here's your voice of reason. 1-0 the count. No decision for Palante. Yeah, that was all Madden up to pitch now. First pitch was a ball in there for increased ticket prices. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's teams can't sell out ballparks as it is. I didn't see the Miller trade. I didn't see that. I was laughing about that. That was incredible with the Commanders fans chanting that. 1-1 the count. Hayes. Base hit. Just the second half for the Pirates today. Hayes gets on board with the leadoff single. So teams are struggling as it is already expensive for a family of 4 to go. A lot of people, right, they look for walk to the edge. That's the other thing, too. We're going to build a moat. No, every ballpark's going to have a moat now. We're going to build a moat to prevent it from happening. We're going to just build a moat. Every ballpark has a moat. But yeah, we're going to increase ticket prices when people are already not going to games because it's too expensive for a family of 4. I mean, Connor with a 2. Appreciate you, man. You guys come in hot to donations. Appreciate it. Frazier, the new batter, replaces Kelly Pham. R. Kelly won the Sun City 18/13. Define teenager. Which game do you want, Connor? Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? Yeah, that was like the worst answer of that question, pretty much. You have to be between these ages. Oh my god. Subway Series? I'll get you on Subway Series. $4 going there, so 45, 40, 14. That one, fly ball, right field, that stays fair. Ground rule double. So runners on second and third. Ground rule double as Frazier does his job as the pinch hitter. Cardinals in some trouble now. 1 hit through the first 7 innings. Back-to-back hits to start this inning off. With Davis coming up. And Palante went 7 innings, pitched his butt off, maybe his best outing of the season. But Madden really struggling right now to start this. Last game against the Guards, 1 1/3, 1 hit, 2 walks, but no runs allowed. He didn't allow a run all of June. He is not allowed a run, amazingly enough, in his last 17 games. 18 innings pitched. It's not allowed a run, but this is a bad time to implode. You know what's doing within 40 feet of the wall? Straight MS 1-1. But why? LeBron can trade? No. I can't believe the winning streak. Nope, I can't. 5 years in prison! If you sit too close to the field, you get 5 years in prison. You sit too close to the field. As Davis into left center, that is going to be caught, but it's deep enough to get the runner in. And the Pirates break the scoring drought. Runner holds it same, but the run from third gets in. Davis does his job, and the Pirates in front. Okay, so just to recap here, just to recap under this. In Arizona, your first DWI, the maximum sentence for your first DUI, aggravated DUI, meanwhile, aggravated DUI. The maximum sentence for aggravated DUI is 2 years. So 2 years for aggravated DUI in Arizona. 5 years for sitting too close to the field. Which could like, I don't know on that one. I don't know. Monster chance to keep this up. Well, if you keep this up, you keep winning. You'll make the playoffs. You keep winning. I say 15% right now. I have 15. 0-1 to IKF. That's a grounder. Diving play by Winnett short. Is it going to be enough to get the out? No! So, 2 hopper, tough play, and Burleson at first can't make the scoop. Again, Burleson playing first for the injured Contreras. So, like, it's baffling. It's baffling. Horwitz coming up. That should be a base hit. That'd be very harsh to rules and error. That should be a base hit. I think it will be for IKF. Back to the top for Horwitz. It does feel... Yeah, I get it. I mean, for this team, especially after getting swept by the Rockies, 8 feet in a row, like 8 in a row is insane. And we got the Marlins tomorrow. See if we can go for 9. First pitch. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for them. Did he go? I don't think he did. 1-0. He apparently stayed 4.5 feet from the fence where the prison. Pete Rose got to walk. Yeah, Pete Rose got to walk free. Yes. What was more cringe? I think 18 and over was more cringe. I think 18 over is more cringe. Well, did you get your shots is just a wacko thing to say. Come with Rob to America is one thing, but do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? I could see him, if he was reporting today, I could see him doing that with like a real ID. Like that would be hysterical to that. Do you have your real ID? Did you go? Do you have that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I would love that. Illegal honker car horn in the parking lot of any sandwich shop after 9 o'clock. Why a sandwich shop? Like, why sandwich shop? 3-1 the count. AC's working. Thank God for that. Thank God. Like, so if it's not a sandwich shop, you can do it. But a sandwich shop, you can't. Why? Why is that a rule? I get illegal to honk your car horn in a parking lot. I get that. Noise, traffic, and whatnot. 3-2. Yeah, he meant vaccines, yes. He meant are you properly vaccinated to come to America? Do you have your shots? That's what I meant by that. Electricity glitch earlier. Oof. At least it's good now. Full count here to Horwitz. Time is called. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Off to 9-1 start from midnight shift. All good to be here. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And the Cardinals have not won a game on stream. I will say that. If you do not like the Cardinals, if you do not like the Cardinals, they have not won on stream. Any stream that we've done. They lost earlier to the Pirates this year on stream. They are 0-4 on stream lifetime. If this score holds, it's 0-5. Horwitz pops it up, foul, staying in play, and covering the ground is Gorman for the second out. Obviously, it's not good to be down 1-0, but if you're the Cards, you had second and third, nobody out. If you get out of this 1-0, it's not bad, all things considered. Problem with the Cards, they've been shut out in 3 of their last 6, not including this game. They've scored no runs their last 17 innings. And excluding the Guardians, the last time they scored a run in a game was Game 2 of the series against the Cubs a week ago. Had me care for the Cards to spoil off the first time. It was fun seeing him break 700. That was fun. Rays tied up. Jansen game-tying solo homer to left field in that one. 0-1 the count to McCutch. Cardinals are Giuliani's curse. The Cubs are the anti-curse. It's weird. The Cubs have, like, insane luck. The Cardinals don't. So, if you are a fan of one of those teams, I've not done any videos on Tillman. I've not done any Tillman vids. But, if you are a fan of one of those teams, keep that in mind. That is one of the options for you to make the call. It is one of the options. 1-1 the count to Kutch. You know, Tillman's a legend. Tillman is a legend. I'm not sure how much I could find on him that's not, like, well-known already. You're Houston want to commit a crime, they must give your victim a 24-hour notice. I can see some problems with that. I think the person that would commit crime wouldn't give their victim a 24-hour notice. Like, hey, I'm going to rob this bank. Just letting you know, like, give you 24 hours to get your security order. Or, yeah, like, I really don't like you. I'm going to try and kill you. I'm just giving you a 24-hour notice just so you know. Like, you might want to be on the lookout for that. That is... I can see some problems with that. Yes, absolutely on that one, Joe. Absolutely. 2-2 the count. Cutchin fouls it off. You know, if I'm going to do a Tillman story, I got to find something on his playing days. Because it's like everything is pretty well known after. That's one of the few instances of a player number being retired by a team that's not in the Hall of Fame that I have no problem with. Like that, I have no problem with that being permanently retired. 2-2. Swing and a miss on the curve. Madden gets in a jam, gets out of it semi-unscathed. They do allow a run, but it could have been worse. Problem with the Cards, they have no offense. They have 3 more outs to tie this game. Otherwise, the Pirates will take the first 2 games of the series and will extend their winning streak to 5 games. The second longest in baseball behind the Marlins. If you would have told me at this stage in the season, the 2 hottest winning streaks would be the Marlins and the Pirates. Yal Stroud didn't give his notice for 24 hours for the hit on Trevor. He did not. He did not. Meta World Peace did not give his notice. Yeah, that's the other problem, too, is that a lot of these crimes are heat of the moment, too. Like, bar fights. Like, yeah, hang on a second. Let's, I know we're drunk. I know we're both intoxicated right now. We both said some things, but let's wait 24 hours before we go at it. Does that sound like a deal? That's one of the dumbest proposals I've ever heard of. Can the Pirates get the save here? Back-to-back shutouts. Cards are running out of time. Speaking of which, running out of time on the stream again. We're not doing overtime tonight because I'm going to the game straight after this. Room for the Cards in this game, so anyone else doesn't get a wildcard spot back. No, I don't care about that. I just want the game to be done. I'm also rooting for the game to end quickly, so I can go to the D-backs game. Once you get to like this stage, it's like we just hope for a quick one. You don't want extras. You want a quick one. Like, it really is funny. If Marlins Twins won, you make the call the other day. We could have done a bit of overtime. When is the ball a bar fight? No. If I ever want to join on the fun, no. God no. God no. Again, I mean, I care about the D-backs, don't get me wrong, but I'm not crazy. We're not making the playoffs. Orioles, 2-run shot off DeGrom. Sanchez, 3-2. So, like, we're not making the playoffs. The D-backs are way too injured. And Torey Lovullo was way too dumb of a manager. I don't think we're making it. So, just got to focus on ourselves at this point. We can't really worry about anyone else. Seems too banged up. They have no bullpen. 1-0 the count. Bednar, the pitcher here, the 2-time All-Star. Last time pitch was against the Mets. That 9-2 game. This is a save situation, though. His first save situation in close to 2 weeks. 1-1 the count. Pitched very well as of late. He has not allowed an earned run in his last 14 games, since the Brewers game. He's allowed 5 hits his last 14 innings, with 3 walks and 19 strikeouts. 1-2 the count. I get it, Jackson. Oh, I get that. I completely get that. 1-2 to Fermin. Nootbaar, Pages due up. Right, 4 games out. It's not the 4 games out part. It's not the 4. It's more of the, okay, everyone's dead on this team. The whole team is dead. They don't have a bullpen. To rummage through your neighbor's trash and eat their garbage. I at least get that. I at least understand that. 2-2. Not sure how you enforce it, but 2-2. Fermin, pop foul, out of play. We still have a 2-2. 1 for 3 today. The only 1 run. Only 1 run this game. I feel like a lot of the games we've done has only been shutouts. If you notice that, a lot of the games we've done lately have been shutouts. Tigers Twins was a shutout. We did 2 Cardinals games against the Cubs. They were both shutouts. Done a lot of shutouts lately. I like the Caillou emoji for that. Upstairs, full count. Remember the Pirates because the Bucks one keeps the cards out of the Cubs crosshair? Yep. Yeah, the NL Central is so competitive outside the Pirates. It really is. 3-2 the count. And we'll be live tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern for a Q&A overtime because we can't do overtime after the Twins Marlins game tomorrow. 3-2 inside. Fermin gets on board. So Bednar has been sharp as of late, but a leadoff walk here, and the tying run is at first. Nootbaar coming up. He's everyone's favorite Canadian. There you go. Happy Bob Bonilla Day. Happy Bob Bonilla Day. Always to celebrate. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch does not get down enough. Nootbaar just 9 for his last 67, including today, saying just 134 over his last 20 games. Windshield is required on cards, but a windshield is not? How does that make sense? How do you have wipers, but not a windshield? 2-0. 5 straight balls by Bednar. On someone for another less 10. Holy cow. Mound visit here. Trying to settle him down. Zach and the McCardles here now. Oh, let's go. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Which game do you want? I'll get you on the call for it. Get you on the call. Appreciate you, Zach, on that. Check swing. He went. Even if he didn't, it was on the outer part of the zone. In there for a called strike 2-1. Which can you do? $10 going to, or $5 going to that. Appreciate you, Zach. From the Cardinals here. Defer contract payments if you have an agent to do that. You did the right thing, MLB. You want Subway? I figured you want Subway. Just want to make sure. So the thing with Bonilla, I think he made a mistake. Nootbaar pops it up into shallow center. Underneath it for the first out is Cruz. 1 down. It's a nice job settling in Bednar after being a bit wild. Gets the strike and then gets the fly out. Nootbaar struggles continue. Pages coming up. So I would say, because you have to remember too, Bonilla, if he took the lump sum and put in the S&P 500, he's making way more. He's making way more money than he is currently making. Yeah, because obviously the value of that million goes down each year. So he gets 1.9 million every year. Or 1.2 million, I should say. 1.2 million. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. 2011, so... times, how many years is that? 25 years? Ripped fair down the left field line. Pozo gets on board, can't field it cleanly. Runner's going to hold it third. Second and third. They go for a donkey slipping a bathtub. I don't know why I don't know a donkey out here, but yeah. So Pozo gets on, and the tying run is now 90 feet. Yeah, Skeens will not get the win. Scott coming up. Do you walk him here to set up a double play? The go-ahead run is in scoring position. They've struggled today with guys in scoring position. Put the donkey in jail? No, you put the person in jail. You probably just a fine. It's probably a civil offense. Scott, 1 for 3. First pitch swinging, fouls it off his foot, 0-1. Donovan in the on-deck circle. Bottom of the order coming up big. Decision, a pinch hit for Pajes worked out pretty well. Mr. Pozo gets on. 1-1 the count. Yeah, Bednar's been very good as of late. Bednar's been very, very sharp as of late. His last 14 games is not allowed a run. In some serious danger here, blowing the save. Why would anyone do that? I couldn't tell on that one. 1-1. Did that hit him? That hit Scott on the foot? It did not. 2-1. If they were in Arizona, they would have been, they would have been some serious trouble. Some serious trouble. 2-1. Scott. Swings, chops it, fair. They're going to send him home. He's out. They send him home. He's a dead duck. He's out. The second time today the Cards get thrown out of the plate. Runners on the corners, but they're down to their last out. Infield was in. Cards will challenge, but I think he's out. Infield was in. Horwitz makes the throw. I did not play that video game. Did he tag him before? I think he did. I think he tagged the helmet before that hand hits. It's a good challenge. You might as well use it. It's close. Original call was out. You need enough to overturn this. I think he's out. From that reverse angle, we need an overhead. We need an overhead angle. We need the overhead. We haven't got an overhead yet. I'm watching the Cardinals broadcast. We don't have an overhead angle yet. Cardinals challenge. Either way, runners on first and third. Did the Cards tie it up here? It also means that the runner will not be in scoring position. The go-ahead run. If he's out. They send the infield in for play-the-play. All right, here we go. The home plate ump's blocking a little bit. He's out. I think he's out. I don't think the hand comes down. You know, we don't have the overhead. We have the behind angle. We have the in front angle. I think they go to 14. I think 13's an odd number. I was gonna worry about getting poached. I think he's out. I'll put a poll up. Was he out? I think the palm of the hand does not touch the plate when the tag is applied on the helmet. It's a close play. I don't hate the send, obviously, It's a high chopper. Infield was in. You had to do it. I hate the send in the fourth inning. I don't hate this send at all. It's a great play by Horwitz. Fields it cleanly, makes a laser, and a good tag by Davis. This is close. Original call was out. You need to have inconclusive evidence. I think he's out. But there is no overhead. What school do they have? They probably poached someone in CUSA. Probably get a CUSA school at some point. Is he out? I think he is. Here comes the call. 82% of you think he's out. I get that. Duncan's a religion in the Northeast. I get that. Here we go. Maybe? All right, he takes the earpiece off. Here we go. After review. Calling field stands. He's out. Calling the field stands. He's out. Yeah, Latek I can definitely see. It was close. Worth a challenge. I don't hate the send, obviously. It was just a good defensive play. Now, the send in the fourth, he was a dead duck. That's different. But this one, fine send on a ground ball. You figure might as well. Down to their final out to avoid their second straight shutout and their fourth in the last 7 games. Brendan Donovan. 1 for 3 today. The last chance for the Cards. First pitch down the middle on the splitter for a strike. The Cards have left so many on base today. Well, that's not horrible base running by St. Louis. That one was not horrible base running. The fourth one, yeah. The fourth inning, yes. 0-1. Rip foul down the right field line. 0-2. Down to their final strike. If Donovan gets on, win in the on-deck circle. Jeff with a 5-0 with a call in the field, stand either way. Yeah, I think that's what Stan would mean. I think Stan would mean that. Appreciate you, Jeff. Appreciate that. Get you on the Pirates. Appreciate you, man. That would mean stand either way, yep. It's a close play. I think he was out. But I would agree with that. 0-2. Donovan, goodbye! On the curve on the inside corner. Great pitch by Bednar. Gets in a jam, gets out of it. Cards leave more men in scoring position, more men on base. Second straight game they get shut out. And the Pittsburgh Pirates, the second hottest team in baseball, take it 1-0. Skeens gets the no decision. The sac fly in the 8th gets the job done as the St. Louis Cardinals leave 12 men on base over the course of the game. Right, Simmons out over. Yep. They leave 12 on base. Cardinals drop to 0-5 on my streams. Cards are 0-5 when I stream them. They leave 12 on base today. They get nothing. Donovan strikes out the pitch on the inside corner. Nice job there by Bednar. He gets his 12th save of the year. And for Bednar, that is now 15 straight games without allowing a run. He's been magnificent. Raise the Jolly Roger. The Pirates win. Yankees-Mets this weekend. All right, so here's the game plan. We're not doing overtime tonight. You guys came in hot today. I really appreciate you guys a ton. I'm going down to Chase Field, and I should be there for the game. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Tomorrow, we're going to be live at 5 o'clock for Q&A overtime, and then we'll be live at 6:40 for the Twins-Marlins game, so just keep that in mind. And we have You Make the Call, Rockies-Astros on Thursday, no matter what. Friday, it's a close to make the call. You got until Thursday to vote on that. So appreciate you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off. Final score, Pirates 1, Cards 0. Have a great rest of your night. New video dropping tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern. Click the link above to watch today's video. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the stream. Take care. Pirates win 1-0.